Hello and welcome back to the Shifting Realms. Last time, we defeated Calodia Merpotia, the Medusa Queen. We find ourselves still in this demiplane, this prison, this space, almost as if it is the exterior of a manor hall made of black obsidian. You all have done well. She was remarkably powerful. Yet when it came time to prove your worth, you came true. You pulled through with a little bit of assistance from some spiritual buddies. And even though the deck was stacked against you all, an opportunity to rely on individuals who had previously been turned to stone in order to fend off any of your spell attacks quickly ran out when the group worked together and threw on the mithril chains of binding that she was in. It was impossible for her to break out of. Truly binded. Which felt sad as we came to the end. There was no opportunity for her to say her final words to you all, but that did not stop Icarus. As Icarus said, I'll just go inside your head and read them myself. And as they gathered, Icarus and the younger version of Calodia Merpotia saw someone who just wanted to be accepted. But you all realize that just because this life was thrust upon them does not give them a reason, an excuse for all the pain and the horrors that have been caused because of who they are and what they have become since the shifting. With a gesture, Dine points down to the body and says, right here. Enoch deals the final blow. We zoom in. Calodia Merpotia lies dead at your feet. The group of you here, some of you worse for wear, some of you have been stoned for a majority of the fight. I will remind you all, before I pass it over, that a single individual who had been turned to stone and has now been unpetrified remains in this space. As Calodia Merpotia lies dead, you notice that this place doesn't tremble. Nothing shakes, nothing falls away. The place remains standing. You have time. Dine moves the blade away where they've been pointing your general direction. Looks like they're standing, waiting. You all have power here. What would you like to do?
Is Alice still petrified?
Nope.
Recently not.
Yeah, just checking.
I think Jabanu, breathing heavily, still like holding onto the chain, like not letting go.
Well done, Jabanu. Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna drink some of my flasks.
I did generations of elves and fighting her, and we did it. I think Jabanu's going to start crying.
Jabanu, you need medical attention. Do not resist.
No.
You feel it feels very warm, actually kind of hot, as the life-giving essence of Enoch's cure wounds.
It's hot.
Enters you.
I hate it. I love it.
As Enoch penetrates.
I'd say.
Yeah, that thick boat.
You get healing your wounds.
Yes. Help engage that needle.
While you roll, I'm going to run up and hug Enoch.
It's very thick, Gage. You get 6 HP back.
That's good. No, yeah, I'm going to run up and hug you.
It's not
My head probably right at about your navel.
Do you require assistance to stand?
I love you.
Oh.
What
I love
has
you
been
big
happening?
crazy robot.
What?
Who's that person?
I'm not a robot, I'm a construct.
You're pointing over towards Dine that has joined you all here, standing here, or the person that is cowering behind some rocks about 50 feet away.
The cowering person.
And Diane and I are still
Merged and melded. Dine will return your body post-haste.
That's all right.
Alice, are you all right?
Yep, I'm totally fine.
Oh, well, you were very much not very fine. You'd been turned to stone.
Oh, that explains why I don't understand what's happening. How did I get unstoned?
We were victorious. Dispatched the creature.
We got her.
Good.
Sorry.
Who
Good.
is that?
Right. Who's that?
They're about 50 feet away, hiding, cowering behind a rock. You all appear to be asking aloud, who is that, as they attempt to get further away. They are rushing over towards the gate, the warp. It looks like they are unsteady on their feet.
Oh, are they afraid?
Yeah, you can say that. You can say
Oh,
that.
crazy.
Dine speaks up. Do you want me to grab him?
I am going to...
Probably better you than me.
Oh, do I have to touch them for this? No, this is better. I walk towards them.
Do not resist.
Please, we are here to help. You are afraid. I can help.
What are you trying to do to them?
I'm gonna try to touch them.
Okay. They would essentially stumble, fall over some rocks as they're making their way over towards the warp, the portal, the gates, would have fallen on their ass. It'd be very easy for you to touch them.
Okay, I'm going to
They're
pick them up.
cowering in fear,
I'm going to
shaking.
pick them up by gently,
Of course.
by like their shirt,
gently.
like a puppy, and I'm going to gently touch them, and as an aperture opens on my hand, a wave of light passes over them, and I cast heroism, so they will no longer be afraid. I'm administering some soothing energies. Perhaps this will help you. Please, we are good people. Well, people. I use this term. I'm talking too much. I'm going to put you down now.
You realize that you've been going through the motions. You're casting, spraying your heroism upon
I'm
them.
not spraying my heroism on anyone.
And
Sort of a light splashing.
you realize that
morning for
the moment that you picked them up, I rolled just a con saving
Yeah, I
throw
know, I
to see
didn't like it.
if they would just maintain consciousness in this moment.
Yeah.
And you watch as they just pass out.
Oh.
So you go to sit them back down, and they're just like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, well done, Enoch.
Well,
Did you kill him?
they gain HP every round now.
They're feeling good, and they're unconscious stupor. They're also a lot easier to transport out of here now.
Yeah.
I feel like I did poorly there.
Kind of looked that way too.
Dine speaks up from about 50 feet away. You're the only one over there with the person. So to be honest, I don't think it would have gone much better had I just hovered over there as an ethereal specter and grabbed them myself. So I think you did just as well as I would have done.
It was about second best case scenario.
Yeah.
I don't mean to put a little bit of pressure on you all's time, but I don't have much left here. I have to give this body back to your slayer, Silas. But there's some things that I would wish to do and to ask of you before you all leave. You watch, for those of you that are here, Enoch, you could probably make your way back over. Leave the person or bring the person back.
I'm going to very gently pick them up like this and carry them over.
Beautiful. And as you make your way back, you watch as Dine, with the blade in hand. This makes a lot more sense now that this has all come together. Wielding the blade that has a name, Dine's Will, that Dine saw for the first time in Silas's hand in the wood not terribly long ago for you all, and points it down to the body of Calodia Merpotia. And you watch as there appears to be this spectral light, this spherical light that begins to come out of her mouth and gets consumed by the blade.
Whoa.
We've tried to keep her contained. The elves tried to kill her for years, centuries upon centuries. He holds the blade up. I highly doubt that we've seen the last of her. The mistake that we made the first time is that we thought if we locked her away by herself, out of sight, out of mind, All we had to do was stand guard and watch. Puts the blade back into his sheath at his side. I think it's reasonable, fair for me to offer this to you all. I don't have much time in this form, but I think I know how I can assist you. And you can tell as he's resting his hand on the blade, it looks like any of that silver ethereal energy seems to be coursing down towards the blade as well. I heard the same things that all of you heard. She didn't necessarily choose to be what she is and to do the things that she did. But to me, it sounded like she was just lonely. I'll keep her company. That way I don't think she'll get out of hand anymore.
Wait, so is she not dead?
A little wry smile comes up. I don't want to take this from you all, but the elves killed her several times.
Oh, that makes sense.
So she just turned into like a little ball of light?
I'm not sure what your Slayer friend has explained about what we do and how we do it. Essentially, what I'm doing is taking the essence part of them, what makes them who and what they are. I'm binding it to the blade, and I'm going to bind what remains of myself to the blade as well.
What will become of you?
My time's up. Consider this a little bit last minute, extra time on my loan. But with everything that remains, energy, I'll go in and ensure she stays.
And we can be sure that she will not return.
You can't be sure of anything in this line of work.
Hey, but
That is deeply unsatisfying.
what about all the snakes, the Snursons? Well, if she comes back, won't they come back?
That's a good warning sign, isn't it?
Oh,
If the blade breaks, will you be released?
He smiles. If you find something that breaks this blade, you have much larger problems.
Oh, excellent. Good. I love that.
Point of fact, we do have very large problems, many of them.
yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to stop you. This isn't my time. You've got your problems. I had my problems years and years ago. I don't think much advice or things that I would have offered you now will make much difference. He looks around the space because it seems like the choices that I made led us here. So whatever your problems are, try to understand the mistakes that we made. Do better than what we did. We locked her away and thought it was fine because we didn't have to look at her anymore. We should have faced it head on, like you all did.
Don't make mistakes in the past.
Yes, wow.
Cool.
What a novel approach.
He begins to fade a little bit.
Wait, what if I kept those chains on her?
On the body?
Yeah.
The body has never mattered in the past. The body will decay. It's the spirit that comes back.
Oi.
But not anymore, because it's in the blade.
Holds up fingers. They're crossed. We hope so.
Are you going to have to just keep fighting her in there?
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
All right.
Do me a favor. Tell your Slayer friend he can keep the blade. As far as I'm concerned, it belongs to him. Tell him he can keep the cloak too.
All right.
Okay.
You watch as... What's your
Thank
passive
you.
insights?
17.
Bad.
No, awesome.
Bad.
14, maybe?
15.
Anyone that has just a 12 or higher with your passive insight, I love everyone but Enoch.
No, mine's on 11.
Oh, no. Anyone who's got... What's yours?
9.
Anyone who's got an 11 or higher.
Yeah.
You can tell
I will never perceive or insight shit in this game, just so you know.
he looks like he is about to say something else and stops and says, "Best of luck, everybody."
Bye, Dine.
Thank you for your assistance. We couldn't have done it without you.
little hand to the temple, hands back on the blade, and you watch as that recedes, and there is a splitting that begins to happen from Silas as the spirit that you've all somewhat recognized in the past steps out of Silas, and Silas just remains here in the space. It is not an uncomfortable jostle. It's not like you're like, oh shit, I was turned off and now I'm turned on here. You were aware and cognizant of everything that was transpiring. Dine was essentially allowing you to ride passenger in this in the very same way that Dine showed Enoch where to hit. The energy that you were receiving was, pay attention, son. This could help you someday. And hold that flashlight a little bit more steady, goddammit.
Sorry.
Silas, you're back.
Dine said you can keep the cloak
Yeah, I heard.
and the sword.
That was pretty cool, guys.
It was pretty impressive.
Right.
Wow. That
It
was,
was an amazing display.
I mean, honestly, the teamwork was pretty fantastic.
Chibana, do you have a death wish?
No, I just knew I needed to get that chain on her, and
You did good.
oh, I think Jabanu was bracing for like more criticism, and like he was gonna get like combative about it, but I think he doesn't know how to respond to that. Like, oh, yeah, I got a pep talk from my goddess, so I don't know, I went a little crazy for a second one.
But all of you did good.
And why does it feel bad?
Enoch, when you have to do the type of things that we were trained for, it never feels like winning.
Does it ever stop feeling like this?
Not so far.
I don't know if it should.
Well, it's all very unpleasant, but
Yes.
Jabanu, I agree. Now, granted, I only have memories which go back approximately 2 months, but that was one of the greatest displays of bravery which I have personally witnessed.
Oh,
It was also deeply foolish.
wow, bravery, huh?
Yeah, it was rather inspiring, I guess, if we're going to use words like that. Yeah.
And, speaking of half-cocked plans, I would like to know what you got up. And Silas will stop when he turns over to the spirit. Because I think there are some differences.
Since the last time that you summoned and pushed forth your spirit, you had sent forth a skeletal ghost buddy. It was in the basement of the Hunter's Lodge, whenever the spirit was assisting Nim as well as Ajax, that I described them as, like they smile. You see, like, it's a smile. They got lips, noticeably full lips.
This is my ghost. This is my spirit. This is what is haunting me.
They are no longer a skeletal, bony friend. They have features of a humanoid. They have skin and they have distinguishable features.
What kind of features?
I think it's important for you to tell us, Silas.
So I imagine that there's some hair returning. It's just like a messy, about shoulder length tangle of hair. Like something just crawled out of a grave.
Lubricated hole.
Some, proper stature. They're a little bit more filled out, less skeletal in that. And on the left side of their head, there is a horn protruding and wrapping around the side.
Is it on the same side as yours?
No, it's on the opposite. I guess you had a plan too.
You can tell that their movements seem a little bit more fluid as they take a look at themselves, kind of extending hands out to the side, hands out to the face. You can tell that it looks like they're trying to do that like very classic skeleton cartoon thing, like as they're moving their jaw around, and it doesn't jostle in quite the same way. And they can't speak, but you watch as they try. And they reach out their hand.
And I think I just take it.
Clasp onto it, and the imagery that you're receiving is it's on fast forward. It's a fast forwarding of listening and hearing the prayer that was going on at the Hunter's Lodge, following and staying there for quite some time until they were able to go and look into the basement, all the things that Ajax had already discovered around there. From that point, they made their way a little bit after you all, but to the tower itself, and began to focus all of their power into the blade once it was in the pedestal. They had the information from Shadow Manor. They had the information from the prayer itself. Because you were connected to the hive mind, they knew where and when to be and where and when to hide as well, to be out of sight and out of mind. And this was their plan the entire time, because they had seen and recognized Dyne in the space. They just needed time. Apparently distance, but time more so than anything.
A little heads up would be nice next time.
When did you get lips?
Which is fingers just come up to just touch.
They look really good, honestly.
It's wearing a hood, essentially, this cloaked figure. And for the first time you watch as it just takes the hood down. It's still a little bit ghastly. It's a little bit... It doesn't look like it's just a person standing here, right? But it's on its way. And what Silas said about it seeming a little bit more filled out, it looks filled out physically, and from this moment on, mainly from that compliment, filled out emotionally. A depth that it did not have before this exact moment.
Thanks for leveraging your ghost connections.
She watches it reaches down for the blade. That's like a phantasmal version of it also at its side.
Talk about Lord networking, right, Icarus? Yeah.
You all are here in the space. There is an unconscious humanoid male. They are, I'll describe this. I did a bad job earlier. They are slightly rotund. Stately and portly would be an appropriate description of them. Still, they were wearing fineries as well. That's important to know. You have the body of Calodia Merpotia here. You also have the bodies of the Basilisk. You don't have bodies of the Hydra because they went back into the stone figurines, the stone bust at the end of this. But there's opportunities if you all want to look around. Do you want to try to like harvest or take some things, make some rolls to see what you can find, or do you just want to get the hell out of here because it's creepy?
Holy crap, there's a basilisk here.
Yes.
There's
yes.
4.
He was quite mad.
Didn't 2 of them like burn away?
Yeah, 2 of them did get literally like shunted and punted.
There was
Reginald
also
and Prudence,
briefly
yeah.
some manner of creature with, by my count, 13 heads.
Oh. I didn't.
You were stone at the time.
Right.
I seem to recall you went into quite a lot of detail about the jewelry
I did.
that she was wearing. I recall some rubies, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was truly decked out in all of the fineries. A number of rings, a number of probably various wristlets as well, bangles as well. Truly.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You can help yourself to the jewelry?
I'm gonna cautiously like poke a ring to see like how cursed it is, if cursed.
Oh, would you like some help identifying that, Tribanu?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, I'll go help. I'm gonna do ritually identify all of her jewelries.
Okay.
Yeah. Silas, is the hive mind still up or is that dropped?
gone.
Great. Silas, later you and I should maybe chit-chat about something. I just noticed some stuff during the fight.
I think we have a little bit to talk about.
I think we do.
Now you're casting Identify.
Yes.
You're just picking like a ring because you pick one object
Okay. Yeah.
or detect magic.
Do the
I'll
big
do-
ruby necklace.
I'll do, like, how many are there?
Oh, I mean, rings
Yeah.
somewhere between like 7, 8, 9.
Sweet.
Yeah, truly,
yes.
truly though, yes.
Above table.
Yeah.
If anybody has detect magic, maybe not all of them are magical.
That's a good call.
And that
Yeah.
could narrow it down.
But
Yeah.
they're all beautiful.
They are.
Let me do my thing.
Do your thing. Go.
Detect magic.
Yes, but since it's Enoch, it can't just be, normal. You're looking for something to detect magic. I've actually been working on a device for this, and he pulls out. It looks like a radio antenna.
Incredible.
If you wave this in general vicinity of an object, depress this button right here. It will emit a signal which will reflect off of magical objects and alert you to their presence.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Enoch. Global
My grandmother
temperatures
had a
are
couple of
expected
those.
to
She's
rise
been
to...
defining
Okay, I press the button and scan the rings.
So I imagine because of the
Yeah.
prodding by Jabanu and
Yeah.
you're looking at the jewelry first.
Yep. Mhm.
It doesn't appear like any of the jewelry that she is wearing is inherently magical. None of it is pinging. Her bow is pinging. And the entirety of her body, the scales on her body are also pinging. Inherently, that also means that her eyes would ping as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you
And
find?
to be fair, the bow would ping with evocation magic.
Oh,
The
sick.
scales would be abjuration / transmutation magic, and the eyes would be transmutation.
Well, this is incredible. The bow is magic, it's evocation, and Iolus, you may be interested in this. The eyes and the scales, Silas as well, appear to be quite magical.
Silas, can you help me get them out?
I can in a moment, but I should probably check out that Hydra. If there's essence left in these creatures, it fades quickly.
Oh.
And I believe this one's empty.
Is anybody here good with a bow?
I vaguely remember
Yes.
shooting the thief back in Port Haven.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
am what you would call proficient at it.
what kind of bow is it?
It's a longbow.
A long bow. Do those use strength or dex? I forget.
You have some options with this one.
I see.
Well, Enoch goes, since it's a weapon, he's very interested. I'm not going to steal it, but
But I want you to know that I'm thinking about it.
Enoch goes over and picks it up, and I'm actually, are there any arrows?
She wasn't using arrows.
She was using
Well,
Magic.
okay. He is going to,
It's like her fingernails.
Yeah.
You've never seen Enoch touch a bow this entire time, but deftly picks up the bow and draws it. And what happens when I draw it?
Yeah.
Don't dry fire that.
As Enoch draws the bow back, it's not a magical arrow that is filling in there. It very much looks like it is pieces of Enoch's chassis or carapace. A little bit of wood, metal, has the same kind of metallic tinges to some of the other crystal areas too, maybe. Begin to fill in, creating an arrow there.
Whoa.
From
you.
Oh.
Like coming off of his body?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, lazy.
You fire it?
Yeah.
Drop a d10.
Six.
Cool. You lose 6 health.
Oh.
And you watch as the arrow shoots off, and as it hits, it explodes.
Wow. I wonder if it does different things when we shoot it.
I want to try.
Remarkable.
Can I try?
Yes. But be careful.
All right.
Whatever that means for you.
It's meaningless.
All
With
right.
that pillar.
You pull back.
Yeah.
As you pull back, it's not so much that it doesn't look like metallic. It doesn't look like wood. It doesn't look like anything corporeal whatsoever. It looks like to be made out of wind. Very much like there is just this tornado here. Would you like to fire it?
Yep.
All right, drop a d10.
The torrent.
10.
You lose 10 hit points,
Ouchie.
and it fires off, and you watch as it explodes with a little tempestuous stir as it hits the pillar.
That's pretty fun.
Wow, it seems almost vampiric.
Is it Magitech?
It is not Magitech.
Then I don't fucks with it.
Well,
Shit's lame as hell. All right. I mean, if somebody else wants to fire it, that's their prerogative.
I mean, I'm curious, but I'm
going
also
over
a
Hydra.
little peaky.
let me hold on to that. I'm very used to getting hurt in order to magic.
Well,
Silas, you're heading over to the Hydra. Okay. You just want to extract its essence?
When I'm gonna survey it before I go into that practice. I don't want to get bit by anything.
Well, the body itself isn't that of a Hydra anymore. It just went back into the statuette that has 13 faces of the valet there. You're still getting the same readings as when you were fighting the Hydra, but you are correct. It is fading quickly and just becoming statues.
Is there like a center, like a nexus for all these pieces?
Yeah, think of it kind of like a center large stone that's got faces carved around the outside of it. So you can understand and focus where the center of this stone, the center of this rock is.
If I can like climb on top of it, I think I want to take the sword and drive it into the top to like kind of crack it open like a giant shellfish.
Badass. Okay. It certainly happens.
shut that oyster.
Gotta give him that clean.
Pearl in there.
And from this point, if I can try to extract the essence from like where I feel it to be pulling to.
Yes. You can drop the d20. You can go ahead and add some Scourge dice if you want to essentially enhance this. Any of the relevant lores that you have are appropriate to roll for this too.
So would monster ecology?
Monster ecology is perfect.
Okay, cool. And it says I can use a Scourge die.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be
The DC you're looking for is 16.
2.
Okay. You were able to extract it's a single essence.
That's how much I can hold. Perfect.
Right. Monstrosity.
Okay.
And you can put that
That's a new one.
in the grimoire because Dine has already consumed the monstrosity essence from Calodia that is in the blade. Okay. Anybody else want to look around, do something?
Yep, I want to harvest things from the basilisk and the Medusa.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Medusa's eyes.
The Medusa's eyes. Okay. How do you
want help with that?
Yep.
I got you.
Beautiful. Now, because this is what it is, if you were harvesting, plants, right, foliage, various things like this, I would love to let you use one of the appropriate lures that you have. That would make so much sense. For this, I do need a medicine check. You can make it with advantage if somebody else here is willing to aid and assist. The DC for this is going to be pretty high.
I've got proficiency in medicine, so I can help. I'd be like, no, like do it like that.
And I think I feel pretty good. I would speak for Icarus / Palvin. I think if nobody else has guidance or would cast guidance, I think Palvin would offer you guidance for a D4.
21.
The DC is exactly 21.
Yeah.
Thank you, Palvin.
Yes,
Yeah.
Brad.
I would feel really bad just because Noah's not here. They're like, oh no, Icarus would have had Palvin do that. You were able to pop out both of her eyes.
Yes.
Now the question is, you're going to need to find something and somewhere to store them. You're also going to need to take some time to Attuned to them isn't really the right word. Figure out what to use them for and identify them, but they're going to need to be kept magically in order to ensure that we don't let these necrose or otherwise decay.
Well, would you like? I have some. My flasks are very good.
Do they fit eyeballs in the top of them?
If it was a little jury rigging, I don't see why not.
Do you think that we should separate the two of them into two different flasks or put them both into the same one?
I think for utility's sake, maybe sharing one. I would like to keep as much buffer as possible so we can avoid any unpleasant incidences.
Does it look like it's looking at me?
It looks like it is attempting to autofocus on the nearest humanoid individual at all times.
Don't look into that. You'll turn to stone again.
Okay. Here you go.
Thank you.
One,
Two. Yep.
All right, you've got the eyes. Anything else y'all want to look for?
She blood.
She does have blood.
Great. I'm gonna fill up a flask because I am empty. I think it's probably gonna kill. It might kill me, but like.
Shouldn't you try that first?
Silas, do you want me to try it now? Silas. Nim looks like like is pretty rough.
Silas looks confident. Yeah, I think now would be the perfect time,
you think
actually.
now is a good time, Silas? All right, okay. I'm
Good
going
time for me.
Silas is still standing on top of the giant stone with the blade driven into the Hydra.
Wait, so I've never. So do you?
Yeah.
Do you bite her directly? Do you do it like that, or do you?
Ew. No, I'm going to just like. I'm just gonna get like take one of my
This thing is strong.
hunting daggers and just like dip it in.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's gross for you. I understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get it
Usually,
now.
it's just sometimes certain urges come over you. Again, if I had a chance to think about it, like I've said, I would have never ever done it. It would just be so dumb. Ew. Though you were delicious. There's no knock on you.
Do you need some healing before you try that?
Thank you, but I think I'll pass on any sort of divine magic.
That's funny.
Why is that funny?
I don't have any divine magic.
I think we should wait.
You think we should wait for me to test this, or to?
No.
Oh my God, Silas, will you ever let that go? So okay,
No.
we'll taste it
Okay,
just a little bit.
roll a d6.
Sick. It's a 4.
You gain 4 hit points. Roll a d4.
It's 1.
You lose 1 hit point.
Wow. That's a ride. Wow, it's like, have you ever heard of mixing your uppers and your downers? Wow.
No,
Great.
I have not.
We'll have to try it sometime, Enoch. I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, great.
So that's fine for you then?
Oh no, I feel the hunger coming. Yes, it's fine, Silas. Twitchy?
Anything else you all want to do?
Basilisk harvesting.
Basilisk harvesting.
Yeah.
Basilisk harvesting. All right. I would accept medicine, nature, or if there is an appropriate lore for this.
Like a monster ecology to help out.
Let me know your number before you say what happens. Let me hear the number.
I also,
Sick.
this is a good thing too, because it's monstrous in the way that we're doing this and not like purely humanoid carving out somebody's eye here. If you assist with monster ecology first and you beat a DC of 15, I will reduce the overall DC for the actual harvesting roll.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because it's like an animal, but it's not really an animal.
I don't know, it looks animal to me.
Pretty bad.
It's less than 50.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of on the fence.
It's not terrible, but
I'm going to leave it exactly where it is.
Okay.
But go
So
ahead.
that was the helping. So it's a straight roll.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I've never seen one of these before.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Oh shit, look at that.
DC was a 12.
Oh.
Pretty easy.
I would have got that.
Yeah, I know. Pretty easy to get into. But because there are 2 basilisks that remain, you were able to get into, they would have, like it's almost like a throat sac that they have here that you're able to carve up under and bring it out in its entirety. What that is, you can then grind that into a paste, turn it into a salve, and you'll be able to get 2 of those. Each of those have 3 uses.
So 6 uses total.
6 uses total for this. Now the problem with this is when you administer the solve, and you would learn this by doing the research, but this is important for your notes. When you administer the solve, it takes 1 minute in order to take effect.
Okay.
So this isn't really something that's super great for combat. You get 6 uses of it, but if you go across individuals and you came into a room where, I don't know, there were 6 people petrified, you can take care of that.
So this is like a depetrification.
Depetrification.
Yeah.
Someone who's been turned to stone, otherwise petrified. Yep. Action to use, 1 minute. The good is rain.
Ha, ironic. This could have been used on me.
There was at least one other thing here that pinged.
The scales.
I am interested in the scales.
Okay. How are we going about investigating and harvesting? Are we going to carve this woman up?
I want to determine the...
Players be players.
Enoch is going to pull out his scratch test kit because I'd like to determine the hardness of the scales. If you could give me a number from 1 to 10.
On the Trosk scale.
I'm gonna pull out the regular blade and just try to chop a section.
Okay. Scale.
Well, Enoch's like, no, I'm trying to figure out how hard it is.
You want to cut off? You cut off an arm or something?
I'm using the mundane blade.
The mundane blade.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll let that be like the help, right? The mundane blade. Boom. There is absolutely no damage done to her on her scales with the mundane blade.
Well, there you go.
You want to scratch test it?
Yes.
What I want you to do, you got the test, you got the toolkit, you understand how this works, but I need you to make a roll to just make sure that you're able to fully interpret this. So some intelligence-based roll of some kind. Or if you got a special lore that you think would be appropriate.
Can I pitch you on lore crafting?
Yes, that'd be great.
Jabano, I just
17.
showed him.
It's good. It's
Strong
good work.
enough.
With a 17,
Pretty strong.
this isn't like star metal or something like this, but you are fairly confident that her scales are made of adamantine.
Ooh.
All right, Silas, help me skin it.
Well, how do you expect me to do that?
I don't know. I thought you would know.
Well, I just tried to cut a piece off with a sword.
Maybe you need like a knife.
Use your
Like
special
a
sword.
Slip it underneath.
Yeah, so
And I look at Jabano.
I
That
wish you
is a great point.
Go get your bone saw.
And I will use Dine's will.
Nice.
all right. Now hold on. Are you pulling out a bone saw or are we using Dine's wheel? I just want to confirm the order of operations here.
Well, I don't actually have a bone saw. I'm just fucking around. We'll do it your way.
This is like really giving new meaning to loot the body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable slicing something that used to be a person up. But
Well,
I mean, I've scaled fish before, and I want to hold it sideways and try to like shuck
okay
it.
to do.
Well, I mean, her spirit's gone, and you know,
It's good to use all the parts.
I am not always clear on the rules.
Enoch, there's no right or wrong answer to this. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
We've identified what it is.
I think they're made out of adamantine.
Wow. Well,
What does that
get
mean?
to it.
extremely resistant material, often used to create very fine pieces of armor.
Again, my plan is to not like slice open this person, but like when you scale a fish, like the fish is still a fish.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to like use the blade and like pry off scales.
What I'm hearing,
Hold it.
the way that I have this, you are allowed to attempt 3 times. I'm going to set the DC each time based on your success and failure of the previous attempt, if you're mangling this process or if you're doing it quite skillfully or beautifully. The way it's being described to me, I think this really sounds like a good like sleight of hand, dexterous-based thing, appropriately so. Because you are attempting to be a little bit delicate with the process and not just hack and slash and carving in the same way. But if you all have a different thing, pitch me on the skill you'd like to use. because people are working together,
Yes.
I'm more than happy to have advantage.
Silas, would you like some assistance with that?
I won't say no.
All right.
And I would like to pitch you on, rather than like a sleight of hand check, I described descaling like a fish. I would like to roll survival.
It's a little bit different than anything that you've skinned in the wood.
Fish.
It's a big fish. She's not a fish, but she's a big fish.
Scales are scales.
Is she?
That's not true, actually. Vegetable, have ganoid scales.
You're right. Good luck, Enoch.
You'll never get them scales. I'll let you use survival. It's a little bit strange, a little bit different, but yes, go ahead.
Oh, and I think Palvin is helping you.
So
That ain't a fish.
So I've had assistance, so advantage, and then
D4.
Yeah.
Palvin. So the first one's going to be a 27.
That is a great success. That is a great success. All right. First one, noted. I'll type great success. Second attempt.
The next one is a 27.
That is, as previously noted, a great success.
Sick, bro.
The third and final.
Add some inspiration on that.
Which is a D8.
Yeah.
Give me them scales, boy.
I like how Ajax like, I want to see how the first two go.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 on the inspiration die. So that makes it a 28.
That is improbable.
That's very strange.
It was always one good die, and then like either the D4 like bumped up the other one, so it was good.
I will say this, I had the DC set at 25 being like the maximum threshold for like the greatest positivity for each of the rounds. What I'm going to allow on the spectrum I created, if you did quite poorly, you could have failed to knock out enough to make anything. Like run-of-the-mill, basic, low average, you could have made like an adamantine chain shirt or something out of this. I'm going to go ahead and just full send it all because it was 3 great rolls. You have enough, if there is time, resources, and money, to make half plate.
Adamantine half plate.
Adamantine half plate.
What?
Like, just so happens that adamantine is one of my weapon properties that I can create.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, dope.
He starts.
So it's very
He's visibly giddy. May I have these?
Give it to me.
I think you're drooling.
Is that oil?
I'm capable of drooling.
So it was
This is a
respectful.
magical
It was as respectful as taking the scales off of a snake woman can be. Yes, it was very well done. Yeah.
We should probably leave now.
And as I like finish, I'm like, did you rip her eyes out?
No.
I'm gonna
I
pack
cut
up
them
my-
out. I
gonna
cut
pack-
them out.
Oh. Why?
Witches need all kinds of things.
It's witch stuff. Who are you to judge, Slayer?
It is not the worst thing that we've done here today.
It's the worst thing that I've done.
I disagree.
All right, I'm gonna pack up the chain, mithril chain. I'm gonna put.
Nice.
All right, here I've got all these jewels. We're gonna use a dibs system.
Can you make me an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this chain's really important.
Yeah, for reals.
I got a 10.
Okay. You pick up the chain.
I think Icarus would have looked at it as well.
I'm pretty sure.
And then he would have been
Hey,
he would
Palvin,
have said,
too?
Palvin assists.
he's not the only one that can roll Arcana.
Yes, but he
Yeah.
would have
The only reason I'm not going to allow any additional rolls
No,
or
no,
guidance
this
on this,
is
it's
like
very much Jabon is just going through the motions of like, yeah, I'm picking this up. I'm just going to sling it over. I'm ready to go. I'm more focused on jewels is kind of what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
you don't really notice anything different about the chain.
You know,
if you were curious, Icarus, in his infinite Icarusness got a 4 with Palvin's assistance.
Palvin.
Oh, it's like he's here with us.
Right? That was for you, Noah.
What would you all like to do?
I like to get the hell out of here.
Let's leave.
Yeah.
Where's the witch?
Well, don't just leave them. And I pick up the random person.
I would start carrying them.
I thought you were
yeah.
carrying your
At a certain
bag
point,
of scales.
at a certain point, you had to put them down so you could assist with the harvesting, but they're here.
Well, I shoved all the scales into my. You see me shove them into this bag, and it's clearly above the table, a bag of holding, because they just keep like clown carring all these, or reverse carring all of these scales. And I put it in my pocket, and then I pick up the passed out person
You pick up the passed down person
who is slowly gaining HP.
who is slowly becoming, fuller and very
It's
much.
temp.
Oh my gosh! As you all,
So it's just,
yeah, right. It's
they're emboldened a little bit.
coming and going. As you all exit this space, you would have remembered this the entire time, right? Just outside those warp gates, there would be Delphin, Durza, as well as the witch that you do not have a name for yet, that you all had done your best to do some basic field medic stuff, like, oh my gosh, we'll take care of this, we'll get you. You step across the threshold, they are in no better state of repair. They are still very much on death's door.
Did they get worse?
They have not gotten worse.
That is a great sign.
But what has been done to them doesn't seem like it was some fairy book magic end. Oh, you killed the big evil person and now they're all healed and taken care of. They've been tortured and bled dry. You did your best. They are going to need significant medical attention beyond what magical healing can offer. Just before we kind of get here, you know that this is going to be a long road to recovery for these individuals as we explore extended downtime mechanics.
We should take them to the manor. At least we know we have somewhere safe there. We don't know what else is out there.
Agreed.
Yes.
Enoch, can your baby carry all 3 of them?
It's not a baby. It's a device, but yes, it can.
I
And
think
it walks up.
he's doing a wonderful job. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
A leg.
Sorry, Mize is a little too encumbered right now, and I think you see Mize is like wearing half of the jewelry right now, like the ruby thing, and the bangles are around. The bangles are around her leg.
Are you carrying the bow, or is it also like strapped to Miza?
I think I'll just be carrying that, like I've got it over my shoulder.
Okay.
How's the portal looking now that the sword's not in the stone?
Yeah.
And
Great question. The sword was within the portal with you all. It had been brought through by the spirit, by Dine, coming in. As you all step through, the portal closes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I hope I didn't leave anything in there.
Oh, yes.
My keys.
Oh, God damn it.
I like pause for that. I want to put the sword back in the pedestal.
Oh,
Opens back up.
I mean,
That might be handy.
for later, yeah.
we could use this like a hideout.
Oh, yes, perfect. Maybe some sort of lair?
Enoch, do you know if this is tied to like the pedestal? Could we take it?
I like to roll Arcana to figure out.
Yeah. Icarus says, "Here, I help you. Palvin," and throws Palvin at you.
Well, I only rolled a 24 without Paladin.
Roll the d4.
Sorry.
DC 25.
Robes.
1. So 25.
Okay. With a 25, you essentially get a decent understanding. It's just somewhere between technomancy and like basic arcana. Silas has a really good idea. Could we just take the pedestal and like the gate itself?
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly. If you would have got lower than that, I would have said, oh yeah, it's possible. With a 25, it's the tower. It itself is a focal point of power. The entire spire here is connected. That is just where you put the key in the ignition to get everything going and started. You could spend time studying this, learning about it, and attempting to recreate it. but every single level of this place is a part of the engine that makes this gate work and operate. So no, you can't take it with you, but you feel fairly confident that nobody else will be able to open it up without the blade. So far the best ideas have been hideout/lair because it is stuck here.
Well, unfortunately, I don't believe merely taking the pedestal will bring the portal with us. But I am going to study the hell. I'm gonna make some schematics of the. If we have downtime, I'm going to come back here.
Yeah. I was gonna say right now or later.
I'm gonna take a quick sketch. Actually, I'm not gonna do a sketch. I'm just gonna take a Polaroid of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I may come back here.
If
You see
do
Durza
that,
in the
I'll
background
put
like
it
this.
as well. Yep.
Who's in that?
He's photobombing.
We put sunglasses on him.
Weekend at Durza's.
We should
That's
help
what this
them.
was called.
We need
Yes.
to take them back for medical assistance.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make some. I think I'm gonna hold out my hands and a bunch of olives are gonna appear.
You gonna force feed him some olives?
Yeah. There's some good olives. There you go.
But
Just
they're like the canned.
go ahead. Go ahead.
There
This will
is-
make you feel better.
There is absolutely no change in their physicality. You could force feed them as many good olives as you would like. Mechanically, they are recovering hit points, but they're not recovering from the wounds that they have suffered.
Yeah.
You all leave, grabbing them, assisting with your steel defender, getting them back up the 13 levels, and exiting outside of the tower. You all went in that afternoon. It is evening, early to mid-evening, that you are all coming out. It hasn't even been that full day. It was just this morning that you all woke up. Late afternoon, certainly, later than you would have wanted to, but the process of you all getting ready and rushing over there was pretty quick. As you all make it, you would cross back across the small lake in the boats. It might take you multiple trips simply because you got the additional bodies, the additional people, and you can't all get in there plus the steel defender. Let's be real about this, right? Unless the steel defender kind of wants to just like crab walk along the bottom of the lake and bring them forward, it's probably going to take a little while.
Well, never mind. They'll drown.
So, Ajax, when you set out with us a couple nights ago to go check on a woman in the woods, did you think you'd be fist fighting a basilisk on a demiplane?
Ajax looks like shit. Just
I meant to say something.
Be a pretty fun story to tell around that campfire.
No, it wouldn't.
Ajax, are you injured?
Yes. Look at them.
the mask has a band-aid on it.
I am discerning that I should endeavor to make some modifications to my healing delivery.
Your giant steak?
It's a syringe.
Of course.
What
It's
that?
medicine.
Yes, I
I like-
apologize. What?
Shoot.
Just gonna. I open. I go grimoire.
Take 8
Giant
8 healing.
Oh
steak.
my god, thank you.
Seems nervous.
All right, you get some healing, you get some notes.
Yeah, I think Nim's gonna put her stuff in the, like, all right, I'll meet you guys on the other side. I'm gonna put my everything that can't get wet in the boat. And then go on the bottom of the lake over. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just comes walking out
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the other side of the lake.
Bring out pockets. Yeah.
A fish jumps out.
Yeah.
As you all make it to the other side, you would probably notice that Icarus, our good friend Icarus, looks like he can hear something. And it's strange because, Nim, you don't hear anything.
Symphony?
No one else seems to be able to hear something as Icarus looks up into the early evening, kind of twilight hours here. And there appears to be an owl flying this way. And as it gets closer, some of you I can't remember if outside the tannery you all saw Hecate, or if Hecate was only there in the time stop. But you would all notice Icarus seems to be reaching for their pocket watch. There is something quite clear and obvious about what they do at this point. They look up, they click it. All of you besides Nim pause.
Oh, I guess I've had other blood though, actually. So
But you didn't have some type of special Fey blood.
that's true.
You just had run-of-the-mill basic
Basic
swill monster blood.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Uh-huh.
Gross.
And he would probably say something along the lines of, oh shit, I forgot.
Hi.
And you see as this bird comes flying in still, pauses, drops. You watch as he's looking like he's getting ready to spam this once again. Iris was in the middle of saying, "Huh!" Another syllable comes out. Pauses again. Opens this up. And what's your passive perception?
Not awesome. That's gonna be. Oh, it's 15.
Okay, you can probably read it over his shoulders if you're like there toying with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Icarus, what are you doing?
Oh my God, let me see, Icarus. It's been such a beastly day. Just let me read.
It would say the following on here. You've been summoned for your promotion evaluation.
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
He kind of scrolls it up, tucks it away, and then everyone pops out of the time stop.
Stop pausing us.
You would watch as Icarus looks to Nim, and you can tell that he has intentionally hidden the scroll. You can tell. I mean, he can't hide it from you, but nobody else would have seen where he put that. You can't help but kind of just pad on it a second as he looks to Hecate. The bird is still here. It is a owl that seems to be made out of scroll paper itself, floating and flittering here on the wind. It is a little bit larger than what a common owl probably would be. It seems like it is, it's not a medium-sized creature, but it is approaching a medium-sized creature, which is a smidge alarming. If it wanted to pick up a small creature and fly off with it, it probably could.
Is that something to be concerned about?
Icarus would tell you, still hand here, in loose words, I don't want to put too many in Icarus's mouth here, but that he doesn't have a choice, that he might have to go away for a little while. And he stops, probably rolls his eyes, and he looks to Hecate. The bird looks like it's growing annoyed. And he would pass the same scroll that you just read a second ago over to you.
I would take it damply.
Yeah. Damply.
Yeah.
And you could, when you, even with your damp hands, you can feel that it seems like it feels warm. It almost feels like it is still churning or bubbling, which is a strange sensation for you holding on to some scroll or some type of paper. Something about it is actively changing. And I don't know what exact words Icarus would say, but I think he would have a smidge of confusion and a little bit of worry as he would just bring his hands up, and it looks like he is grabbing on to Hecate, claps them together, and there is a flash in the space, and Icarus is gone.
What the crap? What was that? Nim, what did...
He was summoned.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah. Well,
What, you mean like a spell? He can be summoned?
apparently.
There's a spell?
Read the
Summon
damn
Icarus?
scroll.
I already read it. I was just, I was trying to protect his privacy. It was clearly no one else did.
It's much larger now.
Yeah.
There are many more words on the
Okay,
scroll
great.
now.
I unroll it and read it aloud.
You all look to where Icarus was, like, what the hell just happened? Looks to the scroll, you unfurl it, you begin to read it aloud, and you would hear, as you all have had a very Scooby-Doo-like moment of, what the hell was that? Nim, what does it say? And now standing in the exact same spot as where Icarus had been just moments ago. You see an older human male, dark skin. They have white locks, dreads coming down. They're wearing robes that appear to be made out of quite fine material, purple in color. They have some hues of golden filigree with some blues and some greens, highlighting aspects of the purple as well. And as he is clearing his throat, you are watching the rest of the scroll get erased.
Shit.
And you would say,
Icarus?
not exactly.
And I am pulling Dine's will.
Are you Icarus from the future?
Hands to temple. No.
That's actually what the scroll said.
That is, he wasn't supposed to give you that scroll.
What scroll?
He's been spending a lot of time with us lately, and we do not follow directions very well.
No riddles or tricks. Who are you and why are you here?
No riddles or tricks. My name is Aldrock. I am Icarus's mentor, professor, you could say. I teach at the College of the Weave.
Oh.
Oh.
I gotta roll my eyes. That's another one.
I think that Enoch would immediately, without thinking, bow.
We gotta roll the eyes, we gotta bow.
Wow.
There's no need, truly. You have some individuals that are in need of assistance?
Yeah.
Us.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too.
These people are hurt.
The individuals that are just kind of on top of your steel
it's
defender.
like propped up there.
It's a 3-seater.
You watch as he brings a hand, flips it over,
Actually, that's strong.
and you watch as he lifts it up, and the individuals, the so far unnamed unconscious person, as well as Durza, Delphin, and the witch, all get lifted up. You know, there's no time. Get lifted up off of the steel defender, and it looks like they're placed on some type of invisible floating platter of some sort. And moved over. Oh my, delicious.
Garnish.
Looks like they are getting ready to direct you somewhere, be like, I'm sure you've got so many questions, come on, let's go. And you hear a howling on the wind. And you would watch as their eyes flit over into silver, not terribly dissimilar to what you have seen Silas do recently with their fallen sense. And you watch as they look upward, which I probably from this direction would be west-southwest of your current location, towards the wood line beyond the manor.
Do we recognize the howl?
Can I do the same?
Sure. Mm-hmm. You activate fallen senses?
Yeah, like if I'm able to recognize that that's
It's similar.
Game
So-
recognized game.
You activate the fallen senses, and you get the same energy that you got previously with the towers and all the ancient Magitech city components. And in fact, it would probably block most of the vision for what you are trying to find. You wouldn't be able to see anything bounding your way. You turn off the fallen senses, they fade away, and the rest of you would see that there is a massive green elven hound bounding towards you all. Looks identical to Onwell, the elven hound that you had seen with Melagrin as well as Equina.
I know that guy.
And seemingly coming out of nowhere, probably roughly the same time that you're dropping your fallen senses, you would see that there appears to be some type of orange spherical object that gets like lobbed from the forest
Oh God, no.
and just like plods and lands down at your feet and rolls up as Anwil comes skidding to a halt and grabs onto this orange spherical object and is just panting like the goodest of boys.
Sounds cool.
And instead of responding or saying anything else, you would watch as Alderock, the person who's just introduced as a teacher, a professor at the College of the Weave, the mentor and professor of Icarus specifically, drops down to a knee and just prostrates themselves.
Oh yeah, these are our friends. Yeah. Well,
Hi, Onwell.
first name basis.
I'm gonna ask for an insight. I don't know this person well, so what I'm trying to glean is there recognition of the individual or of what this is?
You can make an insight. Yeah, you don't know the person, so it's a little bit tougher, but hell yeah, let's go.
is a cocked die, but I liked the roll that I saw. Hey, so that is going to be a 23.
Yeah, sure. With a 23, this person both recognizes the dog Onwell,
Okay.
who they are, and what they are. That is an immediate recognition of, I know who you are, and you're here in this space. I know exactly what to do when you enter this space.
So it's less of they know this is an elven hound and what that means. It's more like they know who Onwell
They know
specifically is.
Onwell.
Oh.
At that, I think I
Put the blade back.
put the blade away. I'm like, all right.
And you would hear, probably a little bit further away, but it sounds a little bit like it's on the wind, the crumbling of leaves. All right. Good job, everybody. Congratulations not dying in this forsaken village. Anybody need some fruit?
Yes.
Oh, I'll have some fruit, old man.
That'd be great, actually.
Coming up about 30 feet away, stops. Oh, give me a second. Comes another 10, 15 feet. Has a satchel on their side. Comes up towards you all. You would see that Melagrin seemingly has appeared from just classic Skyrim Oblivion as thing. You summoned your horse, comes around a little area, and just walks out of what could have been a tree nearby.
Oh.
All right, one for everybody. Not for you.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I'll take
Oh, thank
hers.
you.
Passes around a little satchel
I didn't think of that.
for you all to take some fruit.
Where's Echoina?
Oh, Echoina, he'll be on their way. You want one for your boy?
It's not a boy, and it doesn't eat. But thank you.
Okay. How about for you?
No.
Once you take some of the fruit.
Yeah. Can I have one for my goat?
Yeah.
Of course.
2 fruits.
You can take a third one if you want.
Oh, all right, if I do.
Growing girl. She needs her fruit.
Hard true.
How many do you eat?
I eat 2 of them.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna pass mine over to Ajax.
Need some extra fruit.
Hey, thanks for the help back there. I felt sturdy.
Are you
Yeah.
considering joining our group?
No.
Oh,
Honest.
that's probably stupid.
Alderock is still kneeling, head bowed, looking to both Onwell and Melagrin, their general direction, but not making eye contact, as Melagrin walks over and puts a hand on Alderock's shoulder and says, "There's no need for this. Please, you don't work for me. I don't like this. Please, it's making me uncomfortable." Alderock lifts a head and says, "I am surprised that you are here, but I guess I should have anticipated you to be aware of what was happening." Alderock stands up. You hear Melagrin say, "Echoina!" and just screams seemingly up into the heavens.
I'm like bracing for them to come down.
As you all look up in the general way, it seems like stepping out from around another tree would be Echoina. And as Echoina is making their way toward you all, you would hear Melagrin say, "Echoina, I think these individuals need some help. Rules be damned! Take them to the manor. Tend to them. Cultivate. We can't let them die, not after everything their bloodline has done." And you watch as Echoina comes forward. You can take a little snack before Echoina takes them away.
No.
I'm just checking.
I'm just thinking about it. Yeah.
And as Echoina comes in to collect these individuals, Alderek stands from this position of reverence, and Melagrin and Onwell are here before you. I think we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll have a conversation about what needs to be said, why Alderok is here, why Icarus is gone, and why the Sages of the Wood chose now of all times to finally come to the village of Coria. We'll be right back, everybody. Hello and welcome back to the Shifting Realms. We have been joined by Alderach. We've been joined by Anwell, the Elven Hound. We've been joined by Melagrin. And we have also now been joined by Ekowina. Welcome back, Maddie. Glad to have you at the table. Yeah. We still have individuals.
Primordial.
So, we still have individuals that are on death's door. They need to be taken care of, and Melagrin has called and beckoned to the heavens as Ekowina steps out from behind a tree. These people need help. He explicitly says, rules be damned. Take them to the manor, cultivate them. And, Ekowina, do you say anything? Do you greet these individuals, or do you get to work like Melagrin said?
I got a job to do, so she's gonna do her job. And I guess my question for you is, would he prefer decompression or would he prefer just through the ground?
Fastest.
Through the ground. So she gingerly removes them from the disc, which isn't really necessary anymore, and she and all of them just sink into the ground.
That was a quick burial.
Oh, don't worry. She's very kind. Very gentle.
Well, ask her not to be kind or gentle with any of us in the future, will you?
You said rules be damned.
Rules be damned. I said it again.
Language.
Damn.
I feel the last time we
My rules. I don't know what's worse.
rules.
What rules do you mean?
He throws a fruit at you.
What rules indeed? Are there really any rules?
I feel like maybe some rules were broken before. Or bent slightly.
People break rules all the time.
Speaking of rules and being on death's door, would you... I'm a little peckish. I'm feeling a little rough. Is it possible you could convince, like, your friend here, Alderach? Would you like to impress Melagrin? Would you help a girl out?
Is this... Are we...
Alderach looks a little bit confused in a way of, what are you implying?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about this.
That's probably best. Yeah, just...
Nim, do you think that's really necessary?
What else would you have me do? Silas?
You could ask me directly.
Yeah,
First of all.
would you please fill this flask with your blood?
Takes it, holds on to it. If you all will come with me, I'll do this for you.
All right.
That was easy, wasn't it?
Wait, come with you where?
He looks back
look
to Melagrin. He looks back to Melagrin, and he says to Melagrin, I was planning on taking these individuals back to the manor and explaining what's been happening in Archaeath since I sent Icarus here. But now that you all are here, again, he says you all, looking to Melagrin and looking to Anwell, I want to make sure that that is still part of your plan. Melagrin speaks up.
Oh, yeah. We've been watching. We're happy to hang out for a little while. That's fine.
Something's wrong on Archaeath?
Melagrin,
It's hard to say.
Alderach speaks up. It's not so much what's wrong in Archaeath, it is more so what is wrong with the rest of the world. We're apprised of the situation. I've had conversations with both Lady Aranis, and I've had conversations with, well, a number of other confidants. For you all as players, it's important to remember Lady Ari's full name is Lady Aranis, Estes is Lietha.
Yeah.
Well, we should go with him to the manor so that we can hear what's been going on.
Yeah, let's walk and talk.
All right, everybody, hold on.
And your feet essentially become encrusted in rock, stone, and roots, and you essentially just get conveyed like you're at the airport through the ground
Language.
back towards the manor.
I can feel small stones rolling beneath me.
like small fish if your feet are in a small pond.
I hate this, but I like it.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. You get used to it after a while.
Oh, wait, my wagon.
Ramshackle begins to rush by you. Misa also rushing by you. You all get taken back to the Shadow Manor. Echoina would already be here as well. Echoina, what he would have asked you all to do would to cultivate them. There, you would be able to sense it. You could feel it. There is a garden, essentially, an herb garden. There's also some things that are remarkably, poison, and there's some toxins down there, some remarkably dangerous things in there as well. But
God,
you could use the earth, you could use the ground here, and you could essentially let them rest. This is a process that you could bury them. You could have them appropriately able to access a little bit of oxygen still, but let them truly be healed by the earth that is here. It would be remarkably alarming to most of the individuals that are here. It is also probably the most effective way for them to heal and mend from the true trauma and damage that has befallen them. It will keep them in a small stasis during that time as well.
In this area, when you're all, is it to the side of the manor, essentially?
It's in the basement of the manor.
Basement? Okay. Well, if you come into the basement, you don't see anybody. She's just sitting there, eyes closed.
How did you get in here?
Where's the witch?
Resting?
That's not where.
It's also not an explanation.
She is below me.
You can see recently disturbed dirt.
Could you bury her?
Yes.
Is she alive under there?
Yes.
Okay.
But how did you get past the barriers?
There are no barriers for you.
I'm afraid if you speak of the tissue paper-like film surrounding this place.
She's so tall. Just so tall.
I almost forgot my height is enamoring, apparently.
What? No,
if that is an interest to you in studies of biology and other things of biology,
Nim is interested in the study of biology.
Those of my kind who are older than I span the foothills of very mountains in their size.
I feel like there should be more note of creatures that size.
That was a mountain once.
They sleep.
What?
Oh, there is one in the very foothills of Frostholm. I remember not the place.
Yeah.
He rests. He sleeps. There is a small village on his shoulder, and he is content to not sit up.
Do you know about this place, Alice?
What is his name?
Does not have one.
You seem
He has no need of one.
annoyed.
What is the village name?
Not annoyed, confused. Meligrin and I do not speak to many people. I forget. I have to explain that this is not normal.
That's how I do all the time.
Since you woke up, you haven't stopped talking, Enoch.
Well, actually.
There it is.
To ease your worries, young Durza and the chief and the witch rest in the ground. They are supplied oxygen easily and readily. The ground I have inundated with some of the older and deeper roots of this forest. They are more adept at healing, and I believe the bleed of the Aether is almost fixed. So that is a question for Meligrin.
Unwill is hunting down the last traces. He'll be done playing soon.
Yes.
Is that the serpents?
No.
Yes, what do you mean the bleed in the ether? That sounds serious.
Sometimes the veins of Arcanus, much like opening a vein, bleed out. And when it mixes with the Scourge, or sometimes the Void, it can cause cascading changes in an ecosystem.
Terrible things!
Like the darkness you saw in the woods. It will subside once it is fully healed.
In time.
And then the wood will be traversable.
I hope so.
Yes.
What do you mean the difference? What the Void and the Scourge, are those different?
Mm, no. No.
Can I pass him a cough drop?
Yeah.
Reach in my bag.
I met you before.
My
I
God,
learned
was that
things. The last time I met you, I learned things I wasn't
Thank
supposed
you,
to, and I
Ajax.
wonder.
He forgets lozenges quite often. I appreciate it.
I'll ride off into
I'm
sunset.
wondering if you're trying to mislead us on that.
You're asking a lot of questions.
This is above table.
We're just trying to bury people here.
Every goddamn day.
That's an above table question.
Plain. Yes.
What's your question?
What is it?
If the Void and the Scourge are different, and that it was no.
Well, apparently, since Melagrin has decided the rules are of no consequence, and he and I are still on the surface of the planet,
It's true.
they are the same. Their source is the same.
The source is the thing that caused the shifting.
May I? No. Scourge is an immune response. And like everything of the Void, as I see he is not here, young Icarus, the Void has never been Gisigian's. It has always belonged to Umbraxis. And that is from where the Scourge also comes. It comes from him.
Isn't that your god, Silas?
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
don't have a god.
Well,
That's just who's
the one you
listened.
talk to.
I've tried everyone.
Okay.
You have his touch in 2 ways.
It's not the only one.
Yes. From his response to you, it left a mark when Umbraxis responded, as you would get from any response, like your Oerid. She has left her essence on you, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
And also, and she's going to point directly where that Scourge-infected organ is. Also,
Paper.
so you're becoming a Scourge Slayer.
That seems more complicated than I had anticipated.
It always is.
I should say, like all of them, there's nothing expected of you. It will not prevent you from fighting the Scourge. You see,
No, if anything, it's assisted.
so it is for the immune response that is the Scourge. How do I put this?
It's like fighting fire with fire.
Yes. An immune response fighting immune response, but you see, all primordials are patient. They could wait forever, so long as the job is done, and it will be. It is a fight of attrition. And you are losing, as is intended. And
Piece by piece.
it's not done out of malice. It is simply the consequence of what happened.
They don't know malice.
It is survival. It is resetting what was made wrong.
It's atrophy.
Yes.
Fever.
Yes.
The longest fever.
Yeah.
And it is the immune response getting rid of what the body considers to be the infection.
Where the infection?
Simplest, yes.
Oh, good. In the long term, it doesn't matter. We're all going to die. Well, I knew that from the day I was born.
Well, what's the 3 years thing then?
Alderak, who's been kind of down here in the basement with you all as well, would speak up. You all would notice, anyone who has at least a 9 passive insight.
If Icarus were here, he also, I think.
Anyone who has a passive insight of 9 or more, maybe I'll start anyone who has a passive insight of 10 or less. That's the sweet spot, I think. Would notice that Alderak is flummoxed, flabbergasted, even. This is an individual that is wearing the regal robes of a high professor at the College of the Weave at the Archaeith Academy, who is hanging on every word that Ekawina and Meligran are saying in this space, like someone is reading straight from the unholy text or the most forbidden of tomes at the library. Like, you're just giving this information away, and I had to fight years and years and years to get slivers of this, and he looks somehow at peace. The type of individual who doesn't believe in gatekeeping academia.
Wow.
Is this state noticeable to Meligran and Ekawina? His mood?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She'll turn to him. She's not sitting up or anything. She's still just sitting there cross-legged on the ground as roots slowly grow through the walls while still maintaining the foundation, because she's had so many centuries to perfect this sort of thing.
He averts his eyes and bows.
Ekawina, it's a good thing that you're not much older, because I don't think you could fit in here very easily.
No. Unfortunately, unlike other types of the Titanborn, I cannot change my size as I wish.
Oh, no.
But some can, is all Nim heard.
All right. I understand that they're not the greatest at social cues, but that sounded sassy, right?
It was intended to be.
Okay, good.
I have dear... That doesn't matter. Alderak,
Yes.
as you are aware of how dire the situation is, I'm sure you can imagine that the survival response from the primordials can at least see that at this point, secrecy from those who seem to be trying to prevent it is not wise.
I must ask, are you all taking an active stand against Umbraxis or against Gasigian?
I think the easiest answer is it's complicated.
He seems to be asking Meligran and Ekawina.
Oh. No. If this was not allowed, then we would be stopped. They must always all agree on this. I apologize. I forget. It is not instinct for you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
This is not... No apologies are needed in this. It is, we are not standing against Umbraxis. The ones who... If the ones they will have to go up against get their way, the body and the heart could be in grave danger, and Umbraxis is part of the body.
I understand. I have information that I wish to share with you all. First and foremost, I apologize for taking your colleague, your compatriot Icarus, away from you. He was supposed to report in several days ago, never did. I've taken it upon myself to retrieve them. It's time for a little bit of a smile, and then he remembers that who he's like around. You know, the boss's boss. Evaluation, promotion, opportunity for the organization.
The College of the Weave.
The College of the Weave.
He's mentioned it.
No.
Several times, I imagine.
Is that important right
Every
now?
day.
Right now, it is the most important thing in young Icarus's life. And I am fully aware that you all
Rude.
are aware of the prophecy. You have seen the visions, just like Lady Uranus has shown me from the Frostpire speak We know what is coming when the Eternal Capital returns to Archaeith in less than 3 years' time, and still I say, if Icarus does not complete this objective, they will be of no use to you when push comes to shove. It is the most important thing in young Icarus's life.
Are you saying that he will increase in power should he complete this task?
I'm saying Icarus will know who they are, finally, when they return.
Oh, perhaps that would be for the best.
Speaking riddles all the time.
Silas.
He sees the look on your face,
Yeah, I have a very poor deception.
and he just nods at you. The most important thing.
Ah,
I understand.
Knowing what's going on is very important.
He continues, and he tells you all are clearly in need of some healing, some rest, some repair. He encourages you all to take a couple of hours as necessary. Meligrin would offer up some additional fruits. Eventually, Anwell would come back. Anyone who is interested could be buried by Ekawina, if you desire that as well. It's a expedited way to get some real good healing. And then here in a couple of hours, he's asking you all to join up in the Great Hall.
how good is his healing? How
It's pretty good.
is it?
Yeah.
Is he gonna kill me?
I would like to take a literal dirt nap.
I mean,
It's not as comfy as the bush.
You know, I kind of want to.
Do you all remember that?
great.
It's like a mud mask,
I feel
but
like,
less mud.
I feel like I'd love to try it. Like, Shibata, would you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
give it a shot.
From a
Absolutely.
scientific standpoint, I'm very curious about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, show your hands. Raise your hand if you would like to be buried.
Fuck me up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Beautiful. Ekawina, you are more than able to provide some additional space. These individuals don't need the same level of healing and TLC that the other individuals need. But
We just have to get buried up to our waist.
you're still going to get fully buried. But you don't have to stay down there for as long.
You're not as deep in the ground.
Exactly. Not the oldest of the
You can
roots.
feel people walking over you.
Yeah.
Silas.
Not like in a dangerous way. Just like you can feel
Dancing.
You can feel like the tremor
How's it
essentially,
feel,
when
man?
they walk.
Stand
Finally be at
I need
rest.
weight.
She would just, those who volunteered said, if you would please lay down, this would be easier than if you stand.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Mhm. Yeah.
So you lay down,
Yeah.
and there are these roots that just come up and start wrapping around like your trunk and your legs, and they just very gently pull you under.
It tickles.
You feel like a little cascade of moss start to grow over like the wounds and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good.
But it's like when you put like cool presses against your face. It's not too cold, just kind of relaxing.
Well, Enid's like, is a bug going to touch me?
You hear in your head, because the roots are touching you, and it sends almost like an earth, like the tremors of the earth all the way through all your metal vibrating. It's not quite as broken as it usually is with the pauses. You will be fine. Have hope, one who is now Enoch. You will be well, and I shall keep the bugs and the animals you so dislike from touching you.
I don't dislike them, I just don't want them to touch me. Who are you?
Oh, yes, I forget. Ekawina.
Oh. Thank you.
Tell him I'm here too.
I don't think I need to tell him that if you say it through the channel.
Sorry.
Those of you who are buried by Ekawina for the next week, you are not impeded by non-magical, hazardous, and difficult terrain.
Sick.
Shit, yeah.
Magical means certain types of things can still cause you difficult terrain penalties, but for basic foliage, mud, mire, things like that, you'll be all fine. For the rest of you, whether you're getting a quick little rest, short rest equivalent. We're not going to worry too much about the mechanics of like rolling and stuff right like this. Alderak has asked you all to come and gather in the next 2 or 3 hours up in the main grand hall. Delphin, Durza, and the witch, they would explain to you the following. That they are going to need to probably stay buried for the entirety of a week in order to actually get healed. There are emotional scars that need to be patched up a little bit more so than this. This is heavy stuff. They were used for a sacrifice, a ritualistic sacrifice of some kind that you barely circumvented. Ekowina, as well as Melagrin, and Onwell would return at a certain point, and Alderak are all here in this space. Now, what I want to do, because there's a lot of really important lore that I think you all deserve and need in order to make a good decision moving forward, I'm going to just provide this all to you.
Okay.
This is happening in conversation. Alderak is the one who is primarily explaining this. However, if any of you have questions for Ekowina, for Melagrin, or for Alderak, you can interrupt. But this is essentially the report that they are giving you and explaining why Icarus has been taken away. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Alderak would explain that it's already been alluded to and would have heard your mild complaint of sure would be good if everyone knew what was going on, and would allude to would allude to the fact that Icarus is being sent on an opportunity to uncover his true parentage and lineage. That what he believed to have been his family or not his family, and if this were to be unveiled or revealed in a way haphazard, or he would use an intentional word, at the wrong time, it could be extremely dangerous and extremely volatile. And I can't help but think that in that moment, like you saw what he did on the beach and you have the full recollection of it, Silas, you were watching someone who's telling you this, like, we want to make sure he knows what the hell he's capable of doing before he just unleashes and accidentally levels a town type of thing.
And Mama is not there to undo it. Or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think Melagrin, for the most part, is just kind of like at the table, just like huffing and chuffing along the way. Oh, it makes sense. It's good. It's good. This guy do the same thing. For most of the things that are being shared here.
I feel like I made the right call.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. Dangerous.
Continues. Alderak would also tell you the following. Would tell you that prior to heading over towards Aloria, Lady Aranis Esters, Lady Ari, had paid a visit to Archaeth and explained what they had learned and what they were aware of prior to heading over to take their husband, Lord Desta Esters, back to a connection between the Vale and the Feywild. They would have told him that her family, House Eltherin, they've been consistently receiving visions. They have, in the crystalline peaks, of Frostholm, they have a spire. That is where House Eltherin essentially holds up, lives. That is their domain. It is not on the continent of Iridia. And they have been receiving the very same doom and gloom prophecies that you would have seen shared with you by Torrent. They've been aware of this for some time. Lady Aranis passes this on to Alderak, as well as the rest of the group, the organization, certain members of the College of the Weave. Alderak then goes into something that I think many of you your interest would be piqued, so feel free to ask questions here. He begins to explain the importance of the relics of power and the fact that he is already aware of who Arden is and what Arden is planning to do. Would tell you all that they have been following and tracking Arden since they would have told you that it would have been for the better part of the last decade that they've been aware of Arden's presence. It wasn't until the past couple of years that they started to make moves that outplayed them on the chessboard of decision making. I think that's how it would be explained. There was someone who was a threat. If we think about like FBI's like most wanted list, like yeah, we know these people are like problematic, but they hadn't gone through and executed on some of those things. It was a misjudgment. Past couple of years, things got a little bit more wild, so to speak.
Are you aware of one of our colleagues currently?
Kennedy Scott? Yes. Yes, we are. I have there is a pit. This person is not someone who's going to take this like, oh, this is the worst news ever. But they would say, we have information on this individual. I do not know if you will find it positive. I hate to leave you on a cliffhanger, but I want to make sure you get this in the correct order, otherwise you might be confused.
Is Kennedy all right?
Alive, yes.
Nim's just holding the vial that's contaminated.
Well, that seems like good news. You were saying it was going to be bad news.
The good news is that the group that Kennedy has found themselves with have gone into direct combat with Arden and survived.
I told him not to do anything stupid.
As to their current standing, station, and location, I still have feelers out on this. I can provide some additional information, but not much. Again, we'll get to this. There are some things you need to understand first to know why things are happening the way that they are happening.
Alright, how do we then?
He continues on with the relics of power. He speaks like someone who is actually very good at being a professor, who weaves conversation, dialogue, and questions and probing and prodding into the lecture-based seminar content that they're saying, right? It's not just somebody pointing up to the board, blah, 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 blah. There is something that's engaging. They're attempting to find connections between each of you, but they tell you the following about the relics of power. They tell you that the relics of power each carry fragments of one of the old gods. The items themselves existed long before the shifting. The items themselves existed long before the shifting. However, as humanoid civilization, right, was heading towards the peak, the zenith of the pinnacle, the era of the weave, the age of the weave, the old gods realized that they didn't need to walk amongst the mortals nearly as much. This world belonged to them. They truly believed, we've done it. We've done good. We can retreat a little bit from this mortal plane. The old gods understood that they required less attention, their progeny, their creations, not as much guidance. They slowly retreated from the mortal plane. They plucked fragments of themselves, fragments of the old gods, very similarly to what the Prime Divine had done in creating the old gods, and placed them into mortal vessels. Humanoid mortal vessels. These would have been avatars of the old gods. These avatars were intended to serve as intermediaries. If the entire world no longer need a god to walk beside them and hold their hand, they needed a little bit of space to grow and glow up on their own. The least they could do is to ensure that there was a way to get in contact with them. Hence, the avatars were created. Unfortunately, it was remarkably twisted what befell the avatars during the shifting. The representation, the connotation, the ideas, the items themselves existed before the shifting. But the avatars, they were fragments of the old gods. They lost their humanity. They were twisted beyond this, but they were protected by the brunt of what the shifting caused most individuals. They couldn't dust. You can't dust away the gods. They were beyond that scope. What the Scourge brought on for them was a stripping of their humanity, but a coalescing with these relics, with these items. The avatars themselves bonded and were bound into these relics, into these items. From that point on, they became relics of power. Before then, they could have just been trinkets, odds and ends, objects of some import, maybe, yes. But after the shifting, whenever the fragments of the old gods, the avatars themselves, bound themselves to them, they become true connection to the divine.
Is this similar to what Dine did with him and...
It is similar.
Lydia to the sword? Okay.
It's similar, yes. The difference here is that the essence of like a monstrous creature in power level, I guess, would be drastically different, but same concept, same principle. Continues on, tells you all the following, that you all are, they're kind of like giving you a history lesson and explaining, yeah, well, you all are aware that we have like the forgotten times, we have information that we're not fully aware of, but what they do know to be true is that the individual that we know to have become the leader, the progenitor of House Pendulin, was the first to find one of these relics during the dark times. Having found one of the relics, they were able to use it in its resonance to find the others. They then distributed these amongst their allies. They recreated the high houses built around the relics of the people who supported them. So the individuals that hold on to the relics of power were essentially the first level of friends, cronies, assistants, aides, guides, fellow adventurers who served with Pendulin, passed them out, divvied up the land, divvied out the realm, and said, we're going to rebuild this, we'll do it together, and essentially insert any type of lore-based thing of like, this is our table, let's go do some things, let's bring ourselves out of the Dark Ages, friends. Pendulin found the first one, and then the rest were found using resonance. They call to each other. They speak to each other is something that would be crystal clear in the message he's trying to get across. Having one helps you find the others.
Does it get stronger the more you have?
Yep.
Cool.
Crap.
So, if we were to have like two, and you wanted to like, style on a group of adventurers in a basement underneath a port town, it'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty easy to stun on him. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah. He actually, Roger looked at the next paragraph and it says this thing. It says, a single relic of power is capable of, for the most part, you could level a city. Some of them give the opportunity to become immortal. You can control nature. You can view the future. If someone were to possess all of them at the same time, they would not be able to just have the power of an old god. If you were able to take a fragment from every single old god and reforge that and combine that into a single point of power, all the old gods were fragments of the prime divine. An individual who would have every single relic of power would be on par with one of the prime divine at that time.
Bummer.
Not a good time. He would also be really clear about how he says this. He would say, yeah, an individual who had every single one of these could go up against or have the same level of power as a prime divine. And then he would say, I'm not sure what you all know about your history books or what you've studied or what you remember, but the Prime Divine waged a war with the primordial titans for eons and eons. To get the point across, they would be as powerful as one of the titans. And you see Melagran, who's just like, maybe just, I don't know, like picking at his fingers or something right here, sitting at this table. The rest of the titans, the rest of the primordials, everything you've seen of Ekawina, everything that you've seen of Melagran as fragments of the actual Titan overlords, the actual primordials, would be powerful enough to go up against them as well, is his big level of fear and level of concern. There's craisins on the table.
We are so fucked.
Yep. Yes, we are.
This is why this power should not be invested in these deities.
Wow.
Okay.
We are a little late for that, Enoch.
Yes, I know.
Whose hands do you think would be safer in Enoch? Just
If
Such power to be concentrated in one place.
Speak up, Ekawina.
I'm afraid I know not much of the Prime. I was not created at the time of the Accords when they were struck. I know Melagran and the oldest of he and his siblings were.
Good times.
Invested. I would like clarification on what you mean. I am genuinely asking for clarification.
What I mean is that, no offense to present company, you are very nice. However, the gods are no better and sometimes worse than humanity, yet are invested with such great power, and us down here on the material plane are subject to their whims.
Except Arden. Apparently.
I am not saying that what he is doing is right. I am merely saying that it is a corrupt system. I wish it were not so.
Melagrin speaks up. He kind of leans back in his chair, pondering.
You know why they came here?
Who's they?
Your gods.
Not mine.
Oh, sure. They came here because they wanted to create. They used the very essence of this planet to create. They wanted to create you. The power you say they wield over you. All they wanted was an opportunity to make something. Would you have them go back on that?
Am I meant to feel grateful for this?
I don't know. It wasn't my decision.
It wasn't mine either. I did not ask to be created.
Nobody asks to be created,
That's what I mean.
He shares a glance to Echoina.
I have made my feelings known, and it changes nothing. So, please, carry on. I apologize for my lack of tact.
No, for us, it is a good opinion, as we do not have anything to do with those who made you. Those who made you were only ever able to do so because they were, through the Accords, granted access to the very heart of the primordials.
If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at us. We said it was okay.
Not upset with you.
When you said that you've referred to the heart and the body before, and Abraxas is part of the body, and the primordials are the heart?
No, Abraxas is a primordial.
I see.
All of them, Pyros, Aquastra, all of them, they are all the body. And the prima essence is the heart. It is what they were spawned from, by no intent of their own. They just came from it. The prima essence did not originally have minds attached to it.
No.
But did later.
Is there only one prima essence?
As a whole,
As far as I know.
yes.
You?
Huh?
You?
No.
What?
Huh?
Are you asking them if they're like the
What?
creator?
Prima
May I?
essence heart?
To explain.
I think it's more.
The prima
Nebulous.
essence in the water and fish analogy from when we met you before.
That was a good one.
The prima
Somewhere Kennedy, it's
essence.
like,
Wait until Kenny hears about a seahorse.
Holy shit! Breaks through the ceiling. Like, come here! Huh?
Kennedy fishes
look
himself. He is the fish.
He is, really.
The prima essence existed, and the primordials, through no decision of their own or the essence, were spawned. They simply were. The essence is the heart of the planet. It is what has allowed the plants, the earth, everything to take shape. It was what allowed the old ones, or the prime as you would call them when they came here, to make you once they were given access. Melagrin is... Melagrin is what is known, if you need to give a name to what he and his siblings are, is a prima essence born.
That's right.
When you were all, not you, but when the old, was it the old who made them?
Yes.
Peoples. When the old made the peoples, they decided, I'll start further back. Melagrin did exist and roamed the raw elemental chaos of this planet. He and
It was good times.
He and 6 others without distinct form.
So you are like old.
That's relative.
And
Dust comes out of his mouth.
you want insight? He chooses to look this way.
Hey, you don't tell him my secrets. It's better for people to think less of me so I can surprise them.
100%
I think the cat's out of the bag now, man.
No cats in this bag.
Only snakes.
This bag you
It's too soon.
cats.
After the peoples were created by the old, the humans, the elves, the fair, like yourself, before you entered your metal body, they decided what better way to keep secret the pieces of the heart that roam the planet than for them to look like the very peoples that walked it. And so, if I'm remembering correctly from your memories,
Probably.
they were formed as sort of, in some ways, almost perfect mimicry of infants of each of your kind, the different kinds, not yours specifically. And they were placed with families while being watched, the way you would, I suppose, leave someone at a doorstep to be raised, and when they were old enough, they would remember who they are. It is not the way they do it for young premescence born now.
We've had to change our approach.
I'm afraid that trust was broken when the Accords were.
Wait, so they're younger of you?
So there's 7 original.
There are 7 ancients, I suppose is the word, and there are younger. Not many. The heart must still be protected, but the Scourge, the way the immune system sometimes mistakenly attacks parts of a body, it can happen, and so much more is needed to keep in check the Scourge and some of the drawbacks of a bonded Titanborn like myself losing their prima essence born.
It's terrible.
To death. Some return to the planet to rest. We have been fortunate that I have only lost myself once.
We're not gonna go back there.
If it's not indelicate to ask, when did that happen?
And why?
And who did it?
It is indelicate to ask from someone who's been in that situation.
What?
I will not use my own, as I do not like to think about it, but as I have told you, we start without emotion, and some never gain them. To feel deeply for the first time can be overwhelming. I will use the story of one who is still bound to one of Meligran's brothers of a similar age. A long time ago. Not in a time anyone would remember. Arden is not the first to harness the Scourge for his own means. The first time it happened, it spread and raged like wildfire through the very oceans of the planet. And only one of Kanta's, Meligran's sibling, age, could cleanse it, but it would take every ounce of energy that kept him tethered to the surface of the planet. To do so, it is not quite the same, but he would have to die.
It's the closest word that you all understand.
And he did. It is to protect the planet, for which we would give our lives, always.
It is our singular purpose.
Orsha She was one of the baptismal torrents, Titan-born, the waters. We felt it. She had only just begun to feel, and there was a thought. If only they hadn't done what they did, he would not have had to give himself fully to heal it. And that thought repeated, like when a thought sticks in your brain and you can't get rid of it.
It consumed them.
Yes. Her emotions of grief and loss, which were so new and compounding, spiraled, and she was left to madness as part of her was left behind, and would have been a tidal wave so great it would have devoured
everyone.
All the coastlines in the southern regions. Not through, she was not coherent at that point. Luckily, the youngest of the eldest, along with the others, were able to soothe her into rest. And that is what we do now. That is what many of the younger of the Meligran's siblings, after the shifting, do. Every 25 years, they soothe them to rest.
They kill them.
No, they put them to sleep, actually. Unfortunately, at the end of each, it is more like sleep in this case. They have been put to sleep. They are a cataclysm, chained.
Oh, so it's every 25 years. Is it perhaps connected to the cycle of the arcs, and perhaps is that one of the things that's maybe set up for in the next less than 3 years?
Did that happen 22 years ago, I think is the question.
No, that happened in the first cycle.
Yes.
Portia is well and in her right mind in this one.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Is there perhaps someone else, though, who's feeling a bit off kilter by any chance?
I don't think so.
Not yet? Good.
No,
Excellent.
they're...
I mean, I don't stay in touch with family as well as I should.
It's hard.
But
They make the effort. Don't look at me. It's your decision not to...
I like my cave.
And, alright then, not
Do you
to...
want me to send them a message for you?
I don't know if they'd get it.
Oh, no. They can speak to each other just fine.
I just don't know if they'd get it.
To stay on track and stay pertinent here, how does this relate to what has become of us and what will?
Yeah, why are you telling us all this?
Alderak, who's been statuesque in the corner, just like, oh my god, they're giving them so much. What did they do to earn this? Oh my god.
We just put
They're
on our
sweet
listening
cookies, that's
ears.
why.
Steps forward and continues to tell you all some information.
One time, baby.
Yeah. And over the course of the next little bit, Alderak explains to you that he is not just someone for House Lyran, he doesn't work for House Lyran, he is a member of House Lyran. He works and serves the Archaeith Academy. He holds the highest honors that a professor can at the College of the Weave, certainly, but all of this pales in comparison to his actual job and his actual title. He and members of his organization, the organization that Icarus now too belongs, would tell you that they call themselves the Arcanius. And they serve the very weave itself. The father of the arcane, the Titan Lord of Magic himself, Arcanus. That is why this matters to you all. There's the reason that he is here. It's the reason that they've sent Icarus away, and it's the reason why they are aware of what Arden is currently doing, the connection to the Scourge, the connection to Umbraxus, and the connection to the old gods. They serve something older and something deeper. He then tells you all the following. And again, you could have some drinks, you could have a little bit of food, you could have some things that would have been provided readily for here at this table. It would have been easy enough for Alderock especially, to clean this place. And he tells you the following. He says, I'm going to share with you all something. And I thought it was going to be much more of a surprise, but Ekawina and as well as Melligan have shared much more than I anticipated. Something that very few individuals know. The reason that he's telling you this is simply knowing what Arden is up to is the first step, and understanding why he is doing this and what his ultimate goal is what will be necessary for you all to make a good, strong decision moving forward. He asks you how familiar you are with the Primal Accords. You all can nod your head or show fingers appropriately. Yeah, exactly. Continues on and explains to you that essentially this pact was inscribed into the very fabric of reality of the world. It was an agreement between the Prime Divine and the Titan primordial lords of this space. It was a sacred covenant between them, and essentially what it said was that the primordials would maintain their sovereignship over their elemental planes, yet they would allow the Prime Divine and their progeny, at that time the old gods, access to the Prima Essence, the very makeup, the building blocks of matter for this world, to create as they see fit on their prime material plane. The elementals would rescind back to their elemental planes. No harm, no foul. They'll stick around, watch, send some guardians, but you don't mess with our stuff, we don't mess with your stuff. It was crystal clear that there was only one big rule, and that was you cannot share what we have shared with you with others. You and yours, your family, the old gods and the Prime Divine, you can touch the Prima Essence. Nobody else can touch it. So, simple to a degree. The problem was what we, make mistakes of in history books. He continues that scholars have hypothesized as to what actually brought on and caused the shifting, and most agree it's some aspect or some degree of hubris, one form or another. Choices that were made based on beliefs as to how important the gods were in relationship to one's own power level as a mortal. But the ancestors, our ancestors, he tells you all, found a way to access the heart of the worlds, the very Prima Essence itself, the very life force of Arcanus, the Titan of magic on this plane. And they used it to create life in their own image. They tapped into it and began to create works of wonder at a rapid pace. It was a secondary mockery of the agreement that the Prime Divine and the old gods had with the Titans. No one else was to touch it, and here their playthings, the children of them, have cracked into the cupboard and figured out, hey, we can do this ourselves. We don't need the gods anymore. There's nothing stopping us from becoming them. Continues on, explaining that hopefully you all are aware of the specific pieces of the Prime Divine. We'll tell you Herentith, the All-Mother of Knowledge, Brishtera, the Conqueror, Gideon, the embodiment of destiny and fate, and Frith, who would be the representation of balance in the world. They were once a single entity, but they split into four prior to coming to Bratha. These four beings waged war with the Titans long before the Primal Accords. The Primal Accords are what brought peace, if you can call this, to this chaotic sphere before they built upon it, before they created upon it. But as long as those four were in balance, in concert with one another, there is nothing, theoretically nothing, that should have been capable of disrupting the Primal Accords. Frith, the embodiment of balance, Frith was the one who actually negotiated the treaty and the peace with the Titans. Frith's wiser than the rest of them as far as Alderock is concerned, and explained that as long as Frith was present, nothing should have been able to disrupt this. As long as balance was present, nothing should have stopped. Unfortunately, as far as they know, there was a weapon of some kind that was created. Even Alderock says this, that he is a little bit uncertain as to the specifics of this. Even their organization, in collaboration with the Keepers, they would tell you, only have access to so much. So much has been scrubbed away. But what they do know is that one of the finest minds of the times pre-shifting created an item. You could call it a weapon, but he calls it what it truly is, a prison. A prison for a god. He tells you how and why the shifting happened, but he stops here. And he looks to Melagrin, and he says, I think you put it best, Melagrin. Once I share what I'm about to tell you, you can never unknow this information. And he wants to make sure that you're all ready to understand how and why the shifting happened from his perspective.
All right.
Do we have to roll a wisdom saving throw? Because I'm going to fail it.
He says he doesn't know what that is. But if you ask, I'll let you, yeah.
This was like 1,000 years ago, so.
Yes.
We met Frith.
What?
We met Frith.
I did not meet Frith.
Thank you. Thank you for
Well,
the
maybe
clarity.
an aspect or a part of them. Thought you knew everything.
I didn't know that you met Frith already.
Papa
but-
crazy.
of which there are plenty on the table. All right, he continues. You watch as something clicks into place whenever you say that you all met Frith, an avatar representation, something's good. He puts that away. Tells you the following. As far as their records are aware, an inventor and magitechnician by the name of Hermes Trismegistus designed a prison for a god, and this creation was used to trap and confine the entity of balance that we know as Frith. From this point on, the scales tipped to the side. The protective barriers were removed. There was nothing stopping civilization from racing towards their own doom. Frith was and still is trapped within this prison. They used this device to fuel their creations and ultimately to create life from nothing, playing with the very building blocks of matter, pulling from the prima essence itself, and thus breaking the primal accords. They continue and explain that the Scourge was in fact no accident, alluding to what Equina and Melagrin have already shared, and it is no punishment from any divine. It's an immune response from a wounded planet that was being tapped dry by greedy children. The Scourge is a blessing from Umbraxis, an attempt to cleanse Bratha so that new life can flourish again once your stain, our stain, has been removed from it. Explains to you all that the primordials do not understand malice or even most emotions that mortal kind would use to describe feelings, conversations, things that frustrate you. They only understand the pain of loss and of sickness and of disease. They know what is good for the planet and what is bad for the planet. And when the planet is sick, they must heal it. There was no malice in the decision. This was simply an opportunity for people to rest. Their time was up. They made a mistake and it was the wrong one. Nobody asked permission. You broke the rules. Time to reset.
Aldrak. The name that you said. What is that person's name?
That person's name is Hermes.
Well, the population of Arcade at that time, there must have been a lot of people.
He looks you square in your metal face, Enoch, and he says, I'm sure there were multiple individuals named Hermes, but there was only one that I sent to the Keepers to be kept and watched over, and one to be sent to the subterranean realm with the dwarves, Enoch.
You?
It was my word.
Gave you that right.
He looks to Equina. He looks to Melagrin. He sits here around the table. I think if you've been listening, you did.
Yes. Yes, that makes sense. It's the only way. What would you do with me now? I've escaped confinement.
Absolutely nothing. Stay here. Right the wrongs that you've done.
That's impossible.
Meligran is kind of like chuckling, laughing, helping himself to some craisins at the table.
So just to kind of catch up to speed, you're the person.
I am not that person. He lives in this shell. I don't know. I don't remember any of it. I'm sorry. I'm becoming emotional. You have more to tell us. My situation is inconsequential.
That is not true.
Yes. I think it had quite a lot of consequence. Before being like, not to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. I mean, I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
No, Nimi is right.
Hermes exists within the planet, correct?
Somewhat familiar with the contours of my quinces, as it were.
We could probably find it in the tree.
Could we show him?
So as I understand it, it was this person's actions that caused all of this.
Meligran speaks to Echoina first and would say,
Yeah, we could probably find it in the tree. We could show him.
What's in the tree?
and then Alderock speaks to you. Yes, a simple decision that led a cascading effect of other individuals to make poor choices. It's challenging to place blame on a single person when the actual blame fell on the entirety of civilization for letting it happen. There were warnings. They say the oracles at the time beckoned for individuals to halt and stop their ways, but they weren't heeded.
They were so annoying.
So ample warnings were given, and decisions were made and ignored.
Do you blame the individual, he looks back to Enoch, who makes weapons, or the individual who swings them?
I grab Enoch's hand. This is good.
What do you mean? This is terrible.
You will be able to fix it. You're the only one who knows.
Nothing I can possibly do can fix this.
I think you can. I think you can.
I'm sure you have a lot more to tell, but
It's a big one to sit on, isn't it? I apologize. You're the one starting this. He still looks back to you, Enoch. Whether or not you're trying to avert your gaze, that's up to you.
Yeah, he's not.
And he looks through you, at you, into you, and he says, I would make the same decision again. But I've been watching you. What I believed Hermes to be was a monster. I'm not looking at a monster. I'm not looking at a weapon when I see you here. Whatever choice you made in a past life, I'm sure you had reasons. Whether I would deem them good, I can't speak to. I don't blame you for the walk of life that we find ourselves in, Enoch. But I will not apologize for the choice that I made. It seemed right at the time. As far as I knew, you were a weapon.
You made the logical choice.
Something I think you can understand.
And sometimes the ends justify the means. I have one final question.
I owe that to you.
I think I may know the answer. This shell. Did I make it as well? This prison which I now reside.
Hermes made the Soul Forge. Yes.
Well then, so be it. This prison which I now reside in is a kindness compared to what I deserve.
Enoch. And she's going to stand up. She's been sitting next to Malagrin the whole time, which, not high difference. And she's going to walk over to you. And she's going to stand in a way that sort of takes up your vision, essentially. She's not necessarily looming, but she is a little bit. It's kind of hard not to. And she's going to kind of bring her hands around your face, but she's not touching you.
Are you going to destroy me? So,
Sweet Enoch, no. Malagrin and I have something I grew with care, a tree, where you can witness your memories as they are safe within the planet. We can show you your actions that day.
People's minds are weak. The planet remembers.
I'm scared.
When you first came to our home, we were aware of who you were. But we also witnessed your protection of your companions or your friends, however you categorize them. You protect, you changed, and you grow. You're Enoch now, if you wish to be. And I think perhaps after what we have seen within the planet, you will see why we want you to continue.
Very well.
Do not be afraid, because it will be better if you see why. And it is not, I can tell you, more evidence against you.
Show me. Do it.
Shall I bring it here?
No, no, no. It's more important that you take care of the wounded. We'll be...
Malagrin throws up his hands.
We're gonna be here for a while. We'll bring you back. We'll show you in the cave. You tell us when you're ready.
All right. I will.
Sits back down. You can tell a little bit of an awkward silence falls over the space here as Alderach is trying to size up the fact that now that you all are fully aware and know, this is not something that you can unknow. And he is a calculating individual that needs to weigh the pros and cons of you all having all of the information and still choosing to move forward and do the right thing. And he has calculated that telling you this information is still the best option than leaving you in the dark, because finding out who Enoch is later of your own could be much worse than in a controlled environment with a Titanborn, a Prima Essence-born, and a High Mage of the Arcade Academy.
Beat me down.
Yeah. But, like Silas said, he does have a little bit more that he wants to tell you all. He would start with a question, and he would ask what you all know of the Tristarum family. He would reference his friend and colleague, Saradin Tristarum. And they would explain the following, that Arden's attempts to gather the relics of power tell us one thing. They tell us that he is attempting to rival a Prime Divine in strength, meaning that he could fight the other Prime Divine, or could fight the Elemental Titan Overlords themselves, if he so wished. He explains, based on basic mathematics here, with the resonance feature, that being 2 relics behind, he fears that there is no way to appropriately catch up when you don't have a relic yourself. And he has also weighed the scales of, could you show up to another house and be like, hey, trust us. We need you to give us your relic. That might not go super well. He has devised an alternative plan. And he would look back to you, Irilus, because you were the first person who just casually dropped, oh yeah, and we met Frith. Yeah. He's again asked, well, let me tell you a little bit about the Tristarum family. The Tristarum family have long served Frith since long before the shifting. And even since, they've upheld the tenets of balance in Frith's stead. As a being of balance, he explains, Frith was more in tune with the machinations, the happenings of the world, and with the support of Gideon, divining fate, destiny. They foresaw a potential future where they may be unable to assist Breatha in balancing the scales. Frith was wise where the others were intelligent. Strong difference here. Frith and the Tristarum family devised a plan to ensure that even if the world were to be thrown out of balance, that there would be an opportunity to rebalance the scales, so to speak. Frith took 7 fragments of themselves, 7 fragments of their essence, and scattered them across the globe. The only thing he is able to tell you is that they are aware that there are 3 on Viridia, 1 in Frostholm, 1 in Aloria, Mirathar, and Kaloros. 3 on Viridia, 1 in Frostholm, 1 in Aloria, 1 in Mirathar, and 1 in Kaloros. They call these the fonts of Frith. And the Tristarum family has been essentially guarding this secret and guarding the fonts through their entire lineage for a number of years. They've been keeping it a highly guarded and protected secret for centuries upon centuries upon centuries since the shifting. Having heard you say that you've already met Frith, he's doing the mental calculation checklist of, well, it sounds like you've already dealt with one of these fonts. There would be a brief conversation of, were you in conversation? Did you gain anything? Was anything shared with you? And mechanically, we all know that you have heroic archetypes that you fulfilled in this, and a little bit of those essence all came through. He tells you his plan. He says that he believes you are in a race against Arden, but you cannot win the race if you are looking after the relics of power. He says that you'll lose 10 times out of 10 if you go that route. He is proposing that you all chase after the fonts of Frith. If you can get to all 7 of those, the 6 remaining, either before or roughly by the same time that Arden is able to collect all of the relics of power, his, hypothesis here is, with balance restored, he will not be able to use them to the fullest. If you can somehow regain that full fragmentation of Frith, use that as a resonance beacon to actually find where Frith is being contained, unfortunately looking back to Enoch, where they were imprisoned, and restore balance back to Breatha, that nothing will be able to stop the Prime Divine in concert from working together again to renegotiate and have conversations with the Titans to prevent Arden from doing what he's trying to do. It's a race against time, but along 2 different paths.
So we'll essentially repair the immune system so the fever can stop. Okay.
If you can do that, if you can essentially play nice and you can get the Titans to forgive you by having Frith, who was the prime negotiator during these dealings, the only Prime Divine that the Titans actually enjoyed, got along with, and understood each other, who has been out of the picture for the past 1,000 years, if you could get them back, you might have a chance here. And that's where he thinks you should spend the rest of your time.
Well, where are we going first?
Out. I'm going out.
Hey,
And I will sit up.
Sit down.
You're welcome to come with a walk for me. Is there anything more that you
No,
have to share?
Silas, you don't understand.
I
You're
don't understand.
You're all here for a reason. I understand that you're upset at Enoch.
No, I'm not upset at Enoch.
At the situation.
I'm just understanding that everything that we have to do, everything that I've been made to do, is to fix the fuck-ups of some people who lived 1,000 years ago.
Oh, boo-hoo.
And maybe I just need a little walk to clear my head before I stomach all that and continue on.
You can take your walk after we devise a plan of where to go.
Where is the closest? Where is the nearest one?
You watch as Alderak is waiting. He has answers and he has information, but he can't fix this.
Silas, the more trust you gain if you stay here, especially as Ajax is suggesting would be best, every ground of trust you gain back from the primordials allows Meligrin and his siblings more leeway to do what is possible for them to do. And this may perhaps cause me some distress later from the Earthshaper, but that includes his ability to purge the Scourge from people.
What is that? Is it?
ma'am?
Can you can purge the Scourge from people.
Yes. This is like curing any sickness.
Oh yeah, he's like curing any sickness. Of course, and she's gonna just drink from her flask. It's like, of course, yeah, absolutely curing. Interesting. All right.
But it will ease whatever perhaps burdens you are thinking of. But time is short.
A plan then. Enoch is right. Do you know where the closest one is?
He leans back onto the table and he tells you all the following. Saradin guards this as the Tristarum have been required to do so since the founding of their family, the founding of their order. That doesn't mean that it can't be found. They have reason to believe that the next nearest location that they're aware of here on Viridia is in the northwestern mountain ranges of the continent. There is only a singular settlement that is up there. It is known as Nira's Roost. They would have probably said this earlier in the conversation as well, but they'll tell you all again that there's multiple reasons and purpose for having taken Icarus now. The objective, the mission that they put Icarus on could take anywhere from 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months.
Months.
What?
The travel to get you all from where you currently are at to Nira's Roost will take somewhere between 2-3 months.
And I don't suppose
that
that you
makes
could
sense.
just poof us anywhere either.
I could. He would tell you all that he can. This is why he's here now. Because, and he would say this with all due respect, that you all have done a fine job here in Korea. And that was a single entity that had taken over a small village. The reason that they've
Sounds
sent
a little pastoral when you say it like that.
the reason that Icarus has been sent away now is simultaneously for his protection and for your all's protection. The idea being that by the time you all arrive to Nira's Roost and begin to actually do this proper, mechanically speaking, this is the DM as well as the NPC telling you all that y'all need a time skip power up.
Time for a montage.
It's time for a montage.
Yeah.
And he says that in the most respectful way possible as he's like, yeah, it's going to take 3 months and I hope you're training during that And I hope you have some fucking banging 80s tunes at the same time.
Honestly, while I got you guys here in this same room together, could you take a look at this? And then, I'm going to pull out the dark cloak of infinite evil.
Oh,
Yes.
It's great that you bring that up because I was just going to also ask if you could tell me if I should keep this mask.
Wait, is Gassigian in your brain too?
Okay. I rolled this for me. This is my decision based on what I think Alderock would do in this exact moment. The best possible case, I got a nat 20 on this, and you watch as you bring out the cloak first, a hand goes here, a hand goes there, and immediately both of them bamf.
What?
And they are gone.
Oh, well, like,
And there are no whispers, and there are no tingles in your head.
Icarus put that on me. I just wanted to let you know I didn't take it myself.
I completely took that.
You think you can tell that he pulls out a small scratch pad for whatever evaluation process. Noted. Places cursed items on other people.
He's trying to take. You're going to make Icarus fail his exam.
It doesn't matter. I've seen the 3 years from now, and Icarus is here. So.
We're going to fuck him up at the beginning of that, and he's going to be at disadvantage.
Go fuck that guy.
Thank you.
But
I
my
guess
cloak. No, that's not my cloak.
He would tell you that cloak doesn't belong to you, never belonged to you.
Guess we weren't
Sorry.
supposed to have those.
And-
It was really messing with my brain.
Oh, that's what it was.
Really nice.
He tells you it's been put somewhere safe, and you will never see it again. He actually rephrased that. He says, you should hope you never see that again.
Oh, but can
It
you
did
tell us?
look nice.
Can you tell us now what it is? Is this like safely gone?
You're aware that I told you a story moments ago about how the old gods placed fragments of their very being and essence into avatars
Yeah.
that were later then consumed and possessed and became items and objects?
Yeah. Uh huh. Yes.
Your two compatriots here were carrying around fragments of Gassigian.
But wouldn't that be
tingles.
maybe helpful to like
No
residents
one.
of town? Okay.
I hope you didn't put those in the
Decisions.
same place.
Decisions not so.
From one person who knows a very specific job to another person who knows a very specific job, he's like, no way in hell, man. No way in hell.
Wait,
There are different corners. There are different corners of the warehouse.
Yeah.
so that cloak was a dude?
Remember when I told you not to put that on?
Gosh, we should have put both on the same person.
I know we really
He looks very worried.
we missed an opportunity.
It's every damn day.
These people.
Good thing we didn't.
For
Are you
science.
sure you want to leave me with these people and not put me back in the prison?
Hey,
Seems like
there he is.
Yeah.
No, Enoch, I think that it's very important that you do your job.
Auden was very keen to take me with him, and now I understand why. And I also understand why I must evade his capture. Staying with you provides the best chance of that.
As you all wrap up this conversation, he looks like he has a few parting words of wisdom. Again, he just essentially banished Icarus away from here. Icarus is somewhere sitting in a waiting room while Alderock is here.
I hope he's listening to like Muzak.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like,
He's Chuck Mangione on repeat. Yeah. As he wraps up a few final things, and he would tell you all the following: and he would continue to use language like Hermes called this device. He doesn't say you. It wasn't a choice that you made as the language he seems to be using. Hermes called his device the auricularium, this prison for a god. He tells you that he, along with the keepers, have searched for this device, this prison, for a number of years to no avail. They believe that it would have been in the ruins of Old Archaeath, the Void Zone, the hollow space at the heart of Archaeath here in Viridia, and they have not been able to find it. However, they are aware that Arden has traveled to Frostholm, specifically to the ruins of Beitrun. He is positing that if Arden is there at Beitrun, and there's not a relic of power there per se that he is aware of. He believes that he might know for a fact that the auricularium is currently somewhere in the ruins of Baytroon. If he is attempting to get the auricularium, the prison where Frith is currently held, this entire plan goes to shit in a handbag real quick. Because it doesn't matter if you get all 7 fragments of Frith if you can't connect them back to the whole, to the original piece. You all need that. You need to find that, either getting it from Arden or getting it before he actually finds it. The problem is, he tells you all that Arden is already in Frostholm, a campaign against the people of Frostholm. This is where they got information pertaining to Kennedy. They're aware that there is seemingly a rogue group of seekers that have come from the Ark cities themselves that are attempting to fight and put an end to Arden as well. Alderach seems remarkably confused by this. He says he doesn't know who their leader is. They have not been able to find out any information as to who the leader of this organization is, and that's shocking to him. He would ask you all that if you all have any information on this, to share with him who this leader is. And it's genuine. Anyone who would make rolls inside, this is true. This doesn't seem like somebody who's trying to bullshit you. They are shocked and confused that they haven't been able to get this piece of information.
I don't know anything about that, but we do know of somebody else who's currently in Frostholm. And you said a ruined city?
Ooh. Are you talking about Kennedy or are you talking about Riona?
I'm talking about Riona.
Yeah. You watch as he starts to go to, earlier I mentioned something about Kennedy and said there was good news and bad news. And his head starts to go there. And then you're like, and you watch, like you're catching each other. Who are you talking about?
My mentor is currently around there. It may be Baytroon, but you're sure that's what you saw?
That's what the acorn said.
Argue with the acorn, I guess, but Riona is there.
Acorn's never wrong.
It's true.
What they say.
Most trustworthy
She's
of the nuts.
remarkably capable, but if these artifacts work like you say they do, she doesn't stand a chance.
Interesting. We'll send individuals to aid and assist. What is Riona's last name? They have a family name, a surname?
Do I know it?
The name that you know of Riona would be Veilstrom.
Then that's what I'll say.
Interesting. I'll look into this individual. Thank you for this information. They get to the part about Kennedy that they are on eggshells, more so. They don't have any concrete information, but they explain the following to you all. They are aware that Arden is a masterful true channeler. They are someone that is capable of manipulating and augmenting the weave to however they see fit. The last piece of intelligence that they have is that Kennedy and the rest of the Seekers went up against Arden. And while they know that Kennedy and at least this one individual, and they would know the name Elpis Ambrosine. So you can put that together. They're still looking to figure out who the leader of this organization is, but they know Elpis Ambrosine's name and would say, we know that they survived, but there seems to be some hesitancy on how to contact or communicate with them. Arden is a master deceiver, a master manipulator, and a master channeler. If somebody was in close contact with Arden, it is highly likely that they could augment the channels of communication. It is highly unlikely that any magical sending, acorns, or other types of spells have been reaching them correctly for a period of time. That would be nearly impossible to determine.
Oh, so like a daily letter would have been a bad idea.
He would say that it's not a good or a bad idea, but it could have been something that was used against you all. Yes.
Oh.
He wasn't getting my cryptograms?
Probably not.
Didn't you talk with Kennedy?
Kennedy's contacted me a few times since then.
Great, good.
This is where it gets challenging. It's troublesome to understand if who or what you were talking to was actually your friend Kennedy or Arden.
Well, I've been remarkably unhelpful in that regard in either case, so no harm there.
If Arden is in Frostholm, and that truly is where the prison, the auricularium is, then all is already lost. We cannot stand against him.
I'm really not sure that it's there, though. I really...
Why would you say that?
You don't... Excellent. I was there.
You have this could be insightful information.
Yes, I feel like it could be. But to the best of my recollection, in above table, Hermes was on a screen with the auricularium far away.
Seemingly elsewhere. Yeah, it was on a broadcast from the other cities.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll relay that. No, Hermes was there. He was on a screen. There was the big whatchamacallit in the background. It was all... I was a little focused on gyroscopes. We just published a paper. But anyway, that's not important. That's not what's important right now.
You knew Tross.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, I did know Tross. Yeah, we were working on a research paper.
No, let's reassess that, Enoch.
Yeah.
Why do you dislike this person so much? They couldn't possibly have done anything worse.
He did tell really bad jokes.
I really don't know. Remember, I don't remember anything.
No, but there's just this disdain that lingers.
Perhaps professional jealousy.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, to the best of my knowledge, the auricularium, I feel like if it were there, it would have been a central part of the ceremony we were a part of. But it was just...
This is good information.
Right.
If you were actually there, he seems like he doesn't give a shit about how, where, when, where, or why.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to ask any questions about who or what you are.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But you're sharing this, and he says, that means that Arden is either looking for something else or has equally been misled.
Yeah. Who is he? Why does he care? Why now?
Make a persuasion roll for me.
Okay, wonderful.
He shared a lot of information. This is the one question that is somewhat problematic.
Interesting.
Come on, bud. Is Palvin gonna help me?
Palvin's not here. Palvin's not
I got a
here.
9.
Alvin's gone.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you help me?
And
Flash of genius.
So I can add
screams
a
Eureka.
+4 to that. So
Sick.
Wait. And I give Nim some other piece of information from that time that comes to mind, and that makes her more persuasive.
Okay, so that's a plus. That's going to be, so then plus a 4, so that's 13 plus 8.
13 plus. Okay.
Plus
Now
8.
we're getting somewhere. Okay.
So 22 or 20 something.
I rolled what I called a trust check behind my screen. And for some reason, he is remarkably trusting in this moment.
Great.
And he tells you the following. He says, you're right on the money when you ask why now in a relation to time. Arden is probably older than you are, Nim.
What? Really?
He's been around a very long time. Why now is a very good question.
Uh-oh.
The only other things he could tell you is that Arden has lived a life both on Bretha and the Ark cities. And that they have no information about him for the past couple of centuries until about a decade ago.
Oh.
When he came back.
He can move between them.
And you're sure it's the same, Arden?
It matches all of our records. Yes. Without being physically close to them, I can't confirm it.
The same records who have this prison in Frostholm?
We don't know where this is. That was our best guess.
Wait, so he went through the shifting and stayed a channeler? Great. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
There's one way to find where the prison is. It's in here.
Melagrin.
How do we get it out?
It's in the computer.
That's what I was thinking.
We shouldn't.
Not yet.
No. If Arden catches any of us before then, before we're ready, then the plan's over. We're fucked.
You figured it out.
So your sweet baby ignorance is what's going to save the world, Enoch?
And our sweet baby bird will take us to all the fonts.
Exactly, yes. We can set up a resonance.
That's right.
Yes.
Resonance.
Yes.
Enoch, when it's time to get it out of your head, we'll all go in there.
It's the most terrifying thing I've heard all day.
Or you can find one of Melagrin's siblings. Or ask.
They're not all as charming as me.
Some are more charming.
That's why I didn't say specifically what direction.
Which, I suppose, evens out why you all are invested in this. If, people, as we are, die out, it doesn't really matter to you. But if Arden gets his way, well...
That is gravely incorrect. I care about many people on this planet. That's what growing emotion does to you, Silas. I have watched the people I have cared for die in countless cycles, and it breaks my heart every time. And if you convince the primordials you are trustworthy, I can do more for you.
Funny. Suppose it loops back around then for how long you stick around.
It depends. It always changes. Or I suppose you could also, since we are being honest, you could
We're in too deep now.
You could ask Icarus to ask Amrid for assistance. One of the trees, the tree we spoke of, we gifted to her when I was quite young.
They became quite fond of her. His kindness of time, Amrid. She knows and remembers more than the rest of them. She was quite nice.
That Icarus serves.
Yes.
This is why when I approached Majira, I caught a glimpse of my past.
Could be.
Alderach speaks up. We speak of residents. Great powers finding other great powers. You, I should say Hermes, trapped a prime divine. And there is a stain on your soul for what you have done. You came in contact with someone who has a connection with another prime divine. Resonance. Enoch.
If you are concerned about this Majira character that we witnessed through the planet's memories in the fight, you remember?
Yes, but some things still don't make sense.
Alderach looks nervous.
I meant just more a solution for her. You send her to us, our home, and Vistera cannot reach her there. She's free to do as she wills.
It's true, they're not welcome.
Oh, still, it's... That day...
You are watching Alderach just... They're not daggers. They're not icy. There is just a depth of knowledge and understanding, like he is peering into the back of your skull.
It was a perfect day, wasn't it?
It was, it certainly seemed that way at first glance.
And he just mouths the most important thing for Icarus to do.
Yes,
Have a bunch of perfect days.
No, yeah. A charmed life.
I tried sushi for the first time that day. I wasn't with you guys. I was somewhere else.
It was just a good day.
Oh my god.
As well.
Oh, yes.
Was it very tasty?
It was.
Good.
It was.
A portside city. Yeah,
So-
it's fresh.
Wasabi.
Yeah.
So the only question then is, where do we go next?
He wraps up. If there was a dossier, he'd be closing it. The end of this conversation comes to, he draws near.
I actually have a question. You mentioned that Hermes earlier was a weapon. Is there someone else behind it controlling it? Because usually weapons are wielded by other individuals.
Alderak speaks up. The nomenclature you're using is accurate. I won't shy away from that. This comes primarily from our ignorance. We saw what we believe to be Hermes, Enoch, as a living, breathing, walking weapon, turn of phrase. We do not believe that Enoch can be controlled by anyone else besides the maker of the Soul Forged. Enoch created himself.
Well,
I have been. This is a lot to think about.
No, hold on. That's wrong.
Explain.
No, I've seen it. Enoch's not entirely free to do whatever it is they wish. Credit themselves, but I guess there are rules, and Nim exploited them in front of us.
I didn't. Well, yeah, technically. It wasn't in front of you.
isn't Enoch?
Well,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Oh, that's right, you did. You pesky little sneak.
If I were to posit how and why this is taking place, is because it's challenging to be Hermes if you don't have the memories or the experience of Hermes. This does give me some pause. If you are to continue to find these memories that you seek, you become closer to who and what you were with those memories.
Yes.
You might have more control over this version of you.
But then I would be closer to the man who created this mess.
They're just memories. You would choose how to move forward and what actions to take. Just know that there are inherent risks.
Listen, this Hermes guy sounds like a jerk. But Enoch, I like Enoch. And I think Enoch's a good guy.
And as much as Hermes made some very, very grave mistakes, it trapped this piece, this essence of Frith. It didn't destroy it.
And,
Cold comfort, that is.
I mean, Enoch.
Not used to the cold.
I am cool to the touch.
People will label you as a weapon or a monster. And I think Nim's thinking back to Claudia. People will give these definitions to you, Enoch. And I think you get to decide now what that means. And this is both the weight and the privilege of personhood.
I think I liked it better when I thought I was a machine.
Yeah.
Alderak sits in this moment with you all, near you all, by you all. And he puts two things on the table in front of you. There appears to be a crystal of some kind. And it's large enough to fill up the entirety of your palm whenever you have it here, but it is not too large that you couldn't actually palm it or hide it or put it into a pocket. It is clear. It is crystal clear. And in the other, he slides forward It looks to be a pendant, distinct from a locket, but it is a necklace. It does not appear that this one opens.
I think we should make you a charm bracelet.
Yeah, it is a pendant necklace, and he first pushes the necklace forward, and he says, "I have to go. Icarus has been waiting long enough in a waiting room. Doors are locked. There's no windows. He's probably quite confused."
That's kind of funny.
And he's
actually.
probably using his stopwatch over and over again,
That's
so it
not gonna
seems
help
like
him, is
he's
it?
going to be there a lot longer.
And he
Wouldn't
pushes the
wanna waste his
necklace
time.
and says, "Saradin asked me to give this to his son, but I think you're going to see him well before I do. Could you give this to Karnath for me?"
Is Saradin alive?
I haven't seen him in a couple of years. Last time I saw him, yeah. Is what he tells you all.
2 years?
It's been a little bit more than 2 years, but not much.
Okay.
He gives this and he says, "Give this to Karnath." He says that there's more than one reason why he's asking you all to give this to Karnath. He explains that this, according to Saradin, is that same resonance that's come up multiple times in this conversation. It should resonate and show, tell, feel whenever you are close to a Fountain of Frith. It is only usable by a member of the Tristarum family. Karnath will have to be wearing it and will have to actually, be with you all in order to detect them.
You're saying we have to drag Karnath into all of this?
I'm saying that you have to drag Karnath into all
Gods
of this.
be damned.
When will it end?
My baby boy.
He
Do
also
anything to deserve this?
pushes forward this crystal, and he says, "I plan to drop Icarus off in Nira's roost roughly 2 months from now.
Okay.
2 to 3 months. I can send you a message if the time changes, type of thing. That's not a big issue." He understands, and he's well aware of the path the caravan is taking. He knows who you were with, where you were with, how you were traveling. This is basic intelligence types of information, right? And he says, if you were to just travel from this location along the roads to get back to Nira's Roost, it would probably take you anywhere between 75 and 90 days, right? It's significant travel to make it from here to there at a slow pace, and that is not even assuming that you stop and check in and refuel and resupply all of the goodies that you need to have a massive caravan and to be dealing with all of the problems that the caravan actually set out to deal with. He pushes the crystal across the table and says, "Do whatever you need to do. Take as much time or as little time as you want. Single use. It will teleport you to Nira's Roost. I don't care if you use it tomorrow and you wait for Icarus for 3 months. Or you could use this time to do whatever it is that you need to do and make sure that you arrive on time or a little bit early to meet up with Icarus when he returns. Single use."
Do you know the cryptogram cantrip? It's like the best cantrip.
The best cantrip?
Yeah.
I think he knows a lot of cantrips.
Yeah, but do you know the cryptogram cantrip?
I know the cryptogram cantrip, yes.
Do you know Kyloro's shorthand?
I haven't been to Kelloros in several years.
Okay. Well, we'll look it up, and I'll keep you in the loop with cantrip.
That sounds nice.
All
You
right.
exchange contact information.
yeah.
LinkedIn's.
Yeah.
Perfect.
For all intents and purposes, you're still working against Arden.
Have been and will continue to do so.
And if what you said earlier was true, the obfuscation of messages and any other magical means to communicate,
Risky.
magic.
I don't even know that many. It's just a cantrip.
No, it's the point I'm saying, Jabanu, is it's unreliable. You don't know who you're actually talking to.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's true.
Could be anyone on the
Could
other
be
side of that line.
yeah.
I have a quick question. The way that Malagran and Aquina talk, is that
Perfect and
interruptible?
infallible.
I'd like to try something. You let me know if this doesn't work.
Cook.
This will hurt. Perhaps I can help. Alderak, I need you to take very good care of this piece, please. She's going to hold out her left arm, and you watch as what looks like skin, it almost gains texture like lichen, and it flakes off. And what is underneath is this. You ever seen those like polished quartz stones? They're like polished to perfection. They're so shiny and smooth.
Yeah.
That's what her skin looks like. Opaque quartz. And she
Dry brush.
reaches in and she literally, and it's not smooth like you've seen her do. There's an audible cracking sound as she pulls a piece off. Ow. And she'll hand it to Alderak.
He takes it.
She's going, which of you would like to be in contact with Alderak?
I feel like
Iris has her hand up, and other people point to Jabon.
Can share it.
Well,
He is guarding you. Yes.
Yep, you should probably
can-
take it.
we can
Well, I mean,
we can
you share it. You share it. You share it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hold on to
Are
it.
you sure?
He cannot interrupt the way that Malagran and I communicate, and this is the best way. You will not find one of my kind older who would be willing to do this for you. And the same thing happens with the other hand. It's that smooth stone, and she cracks another piece off, and she'll hand it to you. This is from my living stone. You should be able to communicate with each other in the way that Malagran and I do so, as a gift from the planet.
Thank you, planet.
I think I'm gonna put my hand over my heart and sort of bow reverently.
That's not necessary.
could we talk to you? I don't know if there was if something came up, is this just a one way, yeah.
If I am... I don't know. I've done this once before, I think.
Alderak has methods of contacting the certain members of the Prima Essence and the Titanborn. In theory, if they needed to get in contact with you, it could go through Alderak. Time, but still, it could happen.
Okay. Cool. Whatever.
But no late night calls.
Well, I would never do that ever.
He has passed the crystal.
Yeah.
He has placed the necklace that is to be given to Karnath on the table. He explains that he's given you much to ponder and deal with. Malagran and Echoina are going to be remaining here. These individuals are going to need a week to recover. He encourages you all to use that time wisely, to explore and take a look around the village, to rest yourselves, and then make a decision as to how you're going to spend the next couple of months as you make your way over to Nira's Roost. With the caravan teleporting there instantaneously, there's options. But he is beginning to excuse himself.
I don't mean to add more to your plate, but hearing of the prophecy, I am not included in that. Your friend Kennedy Scott is.
It's true.
So there has to be a way to find a way to contact him before you get that fragment of Frith.
Can we ask your help in this? If truly any line of communication that we can offer, if you can contact Riona, she can track him down.
I'll look into this, Riona. If I can contact them and they are willing and capable, able to track them down, then sure.
You're sending a slayer after Kennedy now. You're sending a Slayer after Kennedy. Now.
Nim,
Yes,
I'm a Slayer.
I know. And I know
you are.
Yeah, a monster, incarnate evil, whatever. But I don't know Riona.
No,
Oh,
and
she's really great.
I know her well enough.
Okay.
Are you
all right.
worried about Kennedy?
I'm always worried about Kennedy. It's terrible. He's a burden. He's a terrible burden.
You like you like Kennedy.
Of course, yes. He's
Oh! That's a good idea. Send word.
Yes. Please send word.
Yes,
Contact your family.
I'll do that.
Alderac speaks up. I don't mean to get in between any of the disagreements or the squabbles that you have with your friend Kennedy. If Riona's a capable tracker, and being a Slayer I imagine that they are, I think it's a good idea. There is a Grimace. I also have some contacts within the Obsidian Veil who might also be able to assist in finding Kennedy. They do many other things than remove heads from individuals who are on the wrong seats at the wrong time.
Wonderful.
great.
Very well.
More the merrier. He. will be
Ajax,
sh-
just for the record, I think you're really cool and I've known you way longer than Kennedy, so. Just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're really cool too, Ajax.
I'm glad that you're not part of this.
You're all right.
Me too.
Alderac, you've given us and me a lot to think about, and we have some decisions to make. Well, I was not happy to hear what you had to say. I do thank you for telling me. And there's more that I have to tell my friends here. So,
Friends.
but I'm not ready to say it just now.
Of course.
Jeez.
Get some rest. Prepare yourselves. Spend these next few months, well, spend them wisely. I think I've kept Icarus waiting for long enough.
But first, you filled my flasks, right? Thank you. Bye.
Ah, of course, I did promise to do that, didn't I?
Thank you. Dump out the bad monster blood. I'll slide both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
You watch as he looks around. He has eyed this already, and he says, "May I?" And he holds out a hand.
Yeah, but you know, don't be careful with it.
Takes the dagger, seemingly with knowing grace, aware of this. You watch as he just kind of brings it to the interior of his elbow, the crux here,
Everyone's an expert.
clicks a button.
Yep.
You watch as it withdraws, modicum of blood,
Oh, I can't look. Tell me what he's done.
extrudes it into each of the flask.
Oh,
He goes again.
okay.
Double shot.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And passes it back and would take a look, and he would show you. It's amazing what that thing is capable of. It has a numbing effect. You don't feel pain whenever you're stabbed with it.
It's really a very nice piece of work.
Beg to differ.
And he walks to the door.
Say hello to Kat and Jan for us, please. Thank you.
I will.
And tell Icarus we said good luck.
He's gonna need it. Especially after I hear how he treated you all. I'll see to it he's taken care of.
Okay.
And you watch as he opens the door, and the door to the manor looks like it is leading into what looks like an office. And you can see that somebody turns around and looks, and you can see Icarus. He's like, what? And the door slams shut, and he's gone. And I think that is where we'll call tonight's session. There's so much lore, so much to process. You've been given an urgency to the mission that you're already keenly aware of, but you know at least now that there are some connecting tendrils and hope. Even whenever sometimes we were the ones that created the problems, we can rise above it as long as we keep moving forward. Next week, we'll figure out how we want to spend some of the downtime preparing. So I think the next session is going to be a lot of kind of like above table processing. How are we going to spend certain weeks? Are we willing to do this for a month? Do we want to travel to these couple of locations to do some zoom in scenes? I think that's where we'll spend our time. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you next week on the Shifting Realms. Have a good night.